Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the voice of the people. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
BoxingVoice.com.
No matter what nobody say, man, Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Beyonce Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win, or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar. I feel like he was straight up and down, no really no special effects.
BoxingVoice.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for 300 million, and I made 350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on the app.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Beyonce Productions.
BoxingVoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Friday edition of the Boxing Voice Radio, TGIF. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beach day. Wait, you ain't over here in the glorious weather, but it's a beach day, man, if you want it to be, you know. So let's get through this show, talk some boxing, you know, help you all get to your jobs, you know, through your walks, your bike rides, whatever you use TBV in the morning for. And then we're going to hit the beach, man. Munguia, you going out to the beach out there in Corpus or what?
Not today, champ. Not when it's like 22 degrees. No, wait. What was it? It wasn't that cold, but it was close to that.
Yo, don't y'all got like a little beach or something where all the spring breakers go over there?
Yeah, technically that's in Brownsville, but in South Padre Island. But we got a beach though. Is
it frozen over right now?
I mean, it's not frozen over, but you know, it's cold as hell.
Beach,
I'll tell you that right now.
You
go there.
It's an actual beach though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Part of the Gulf, and it the water's green.
Whoa.
Looks disgusting.
Oh, so you guys don't swim in it?
No. I mean, there's parts where, you know, you don't swim because it's congested and polluted, but you know, it's all right. It's not bad. I mean, it's not good right now, but it'll be good in a couple months, month and a half. You'll see.
So, yo, I mean, can you fill in the world on what we're talking about? Because you live in the Twitterverse, and this is where this is all coming from.
Yeah. So it was rumored throughout
by RICK Glaser.
Well, I mean, it was coming from a few different places, and Rick kind of cleared it up or put it in a certain way. But basically, the rumor is that Shawn Porter was offered $2 million to fight Terence Crawford, and turned it down because he wanted more. $2 million's not enough. Bruce Trampler has since come out in response directly to Rick, and essentially assured him that no offer's been made either way.
Well, let me tell the people what Rick said and what Bruce said, just so we can see why Twitter was so excited, right? So RICK Glaser, who people continue to believe, came out and said, and I quote, "Being said, hashtag Shawn Porter turned down $2 million versus hashtag Crawford. And many saying Porter should get a lot more. But if you ask those same people, would you pay to see Porter fight on pay-per-view? even if he was fighting Crawford, they would say no. They wouldn't. That's hypocrisy at its best. Hashtag boxing. So then Bruce Trampler of Top Rank came out and said, Rick. So he directed it straight to Rick. Rick, Terence, Bud Crawford versus Shawn Showtime Porter is a solid fight. But nobody has offered anything to either guy. Can't imagine it taking place without paying customers to provide an upside in their purses. So we're several months from proposing it. He should have put hashtag stop the fake news, right? But he didn't. But he killed Rick and the lies. Now, I will say, as a mature adult, a dude that only loves boxing and understands boxing, I can see someone in the Top Rank brass saying, look, right now there's only $2 million on the table. That wasn't an official offer, Mario. But they told Ken Porter, there's only $2 million on the table. And then the rest of Bruce Trampler's statement, like, yo, right now all we got is $2 million on the table. It's just not the right time. We can do it when we got fans. Let's pick up the negotiations later. And then that was told to Porter, who then came out and said, I'm not taking $2 million to fight Crawford. But there was no official offer. Now, I'm giving the bud tenders the benefit of the doubt that that's how it went down with Ken and Shawn, right? Where, like, Ken was told, hey, there's $2 million, but right now's not the time. He told Shawn, look, as his manager father, he's got to do his fiduciary duty, right? And be like, look, they did say there's $2 million, you know? He can't keep that to himself. No matter what anybody wants to think, he has to say that. So then that gives Shawn a reason to react. Had he not known it was $2 million on the table, he can't react. So people are taking the alleged reaction as a rejection, but there's no official offer, and this is coming from Top Rank. You understand what I'm saying? There's no official offer. Now, they still, just because they told Ken or someone on Shawn's team there's only $2 million or there's possibly $2 million, it's not an official offer. So let's just remember that when we argue these things, we usually are like, oh, but Eddie sent the term sheet. Oh, well, Danny he could have negotiated. Like, you need an offer to do certain things. You can't, it's not tongue in cheek. You know what I mean? Like, they have to send a term sheet with, like, what that $2 million means. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what do you got to do to get that too? Basically, where's the fight going to happen? Is it going to be a co-promotion? Is it a pay-per-view? And is that a flat fee? Because then there's something to scratch our heads, because I know there's a lot of guys out there that are like, well, he wanted one. That was one of our first comments. At 7 o'clock, the show was scheduled. Someone said, well, he wanted one and his father negotiated two. What's the problem? Wayne said from the UK, right? Yep, Wayne Fitness. And I'm just thinking to myself, what do you mean, what's the problem? Like, what do you mean, what's the problem? Kelbrook got two. Shawn is nowhere near the level of Kelbrook in terms of done, right? So it's like, or end of his career. You just get a better fight with Shawn. He just did a decent number pay-per-view with Earl. It'll be the best name on Crawford's resume. This is a fantastic fight. And Rick Glaser is starting rumors by saying that no one would pay for this. We've said we would pay for this over and over on this show. The callers that call will pay for Crawford and Porter. And look, Earl did a semi-successful pay-per-view with Shawn, and then he's gone on to fight for Melo on Fox again. So like, he's got the name. His podcast indicates that he just got into the podcast game, and he's close. You know, he's doing huge numbers, closely becoming one of the giants in the podcast game and shit. So I think we can't deny Shawn Porter's popularity. I don't know if the show on Fox got canceled, but that's also more exposure that he was doing, a daily show. If someone wants to be a jerk and be like, oh, but it got canceled. Well, okay, what show was Crawford on? What show did he co-host? Who was he interviewing? What exposure was he getting? So let's not go tit for tat. Let's not, poke the bear. Let's just talk the facts. There was no offer. And, if we're going to be straight, $2 million ain't fair because they gave that to a broken brook. That's how I feel. I know I'm long-winded, but what do you got?
Yeah, listen, first of all, you're absolutely right. The claims are unsubstantiated in the sense that, it's already been stated that there was no real offer. I think that maybe, like, in some way, this was like, let's throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. In the sense that perhaps it's like one of those things where, no, well, we can't do the fight. I mean, we can't afford the fight without fans. I mean, unless you wanted, like, $2 million or something. Like, I mean, do you want $2 million or, I mean, but like, would that be cool? You know what I'm saying? It was like a conversation like that. Like, they were trying to be tongue in cheek about it. Like, like to not offer $2 million, but to also let them understand that, hey, if you did want to fight, we could do $2 million. You know what I'm saying? To see where it was at. Maybe that's how it went down. But as far as I'm concerned, again, that's still not, an official offer. Nor is it like, and it's also the fact that, like, Bruce comes out and basically says it point blank. The pandemic is gonna continue to stop some of the biggest fights in the world from happening. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like there's this like sweet zone where it's like fights that have popularity but aren't like huge in terms of marketing numbers or pay-per-view numbers, like a Burchett Valdez. Like, those can go on still. And things within the plan or the scope that's already been happening, but they're not reaching outside of the, their own bubbles, and it's impossible to secure the purses that would be needed without those fans. So, I feel like it's a reiteration of everything that we've already known and assumed about this time period, since last year.
I mean, we got KDR saying the fact is Shawn Porter said $2 million is disrespectful, and we're not denying that. I'm just preferencing that he probably was told there's only $2 million on the table for that fight right now. There's no official offer. He has every right to say the same way the $1 million offer was never sent. All Bob said in an interview is, I'm not giving him more than $1 million. And then Shawn came out and said, I'm not fighting Crawford for $1 million. That's disrespectful. And now he's saying $2 million is disrespectful. And he's right. He's basing it off, right? The guy that beat him is a one-time champion. Shawn went on to become a two-time champion and a U.S. pay-per-view fighter. Kell Brook hasn't done that. And he received $2 million. There's not much to discuss. Like, dude, like, it's the saddest thing with this dumbass fiasco. We got like 36 months of this bullshit. Dude's been a welterweight for 36 months, bro. And we're still arguing about paying a legit opponent. $10 million is too much for Thurman. And now $2 million. Like, you offered Danny $3 million and we were mad at that. Even the Bud fans were mad. Oh, well, why can't he counter? Motherfucker, why he sent the flat fee? You don't want to negotiate if you sending out flat fees. And this is the other question, Mario, because, again, I didn't even hear you touch on it. So you want to pay Shawn Porter $2 million. Is it a pay-per-view? Is there pay-per-view upside? Or is it a $2 million flat and he going to go on pay-per-view and not get no money off of that? Like, what is going on? What am I doing for this $2 million? That's what these morons in the chat don't even know. Like, oh, he turned down $2 million. Okay, what does that $2 million mean? Is the fight on pay-per-view? Is it on ESPN? Is it on the fucking app? Like, can we get some details? Bro.
Well, there are no details.
Because it wasn't no offer, but they jumping on Porter's back. He got every right to say.
See, but that's what I'm saying is, I didn't get... Look, the way that I saw it go down, is that the majority of people jumped to Porter's defense saying, oh, he can't fight for the, those peanuts and blah, blah. And, all these things that they were saying that were essentially, that's not a good enough offer. I think that, Rick's point that he was trying to make is it's like, okay, well, you want Porter to be worth this much, but he's not really worth this much to the fans that say he's worth this much. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you go back to the Kell Brook. It's like what? Look, champ, you know that there are factors that go beyond sports that factor in on how much a guy's worth and how much a guy gets paid. All the things you said about Kell Brook are true, but also what's true about Kell Brook is he does have name recognition.
Shawn Porter doesn't?
I didn't say he didn't. All I'm saying is that it's not clear. Kell Brook wasn't some random fighter.
Yeah, but when you put that out there, it can give the casual listener like, oh, well, Kell Brook must have been more popular. Again, only two welterweights in this equation, and only one did a U.S. pay-per-view. That's Shawn, not Kell.
Right? No, listen. If
only
people want to suck dick in the industry, that's fine. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not even making it about Porter. Again,
and Kell Brook is done. Shawn is not. Like, Kell Brook beat Shawn for his first title, but Kell Brook is considered done, not Shawn. That right there adds value. The guy that beat me is retired damn near.
But you're talking resume. You're talking what goes into that as opposed to the promotion of it. And the Kell Brook promotion was a disaster. That whole fiasco transpired so weird. It was like they were trying to get away with the bank robbery. It was so weird. It was like, let's have this fight already. Let's just do it. Like Bob, it felt like Bob did that fight so reluctantly, or like he did any Crawford fight reluctantly at that point. It was like he was just tired of it. He's just tired of people, saying we want Spence, we want Porter, we want Thurman, and he blew up on it. I think that's where the frustrations have come, is that they can't do what they know they should do. Not because they don't want to at this point, but because there are no fans. So then again, you go back to, what is a fight worth? Is it worth so much that you don't need the fans? And that's a tough barrier to get beyond. You know what I'm saying? It's a tough barrier to get beyond, and I don't think anybody does. So I'm not hating, again, because there was no offer. And it's like, how much does Shawn Porter want? Well, I think if we go pre-pandemic, $2 million wouldn't be an offer that we would think it would land at. At the same time, I don't know how much more Shawn would want. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way of knowing that. But it's like, if there's no offer, then where's the counter? How do you counter something without an offer? You get what I'm saying?
I mean, I think that it is a counter and it is an offer, right? I know I sound crazy. They're like, wait, Ness, you're contradicting. You just started saying it's not an official offer. Just like the $1 million wasn't official. But the messages are being sent. Bob said $1 million. Oh, I'm not giving him more than $1 million. Let Heyman do it. Things change. Now it's 2. It'll change. I say, right?
Why will it change?
Bro, because the Kell Brook one changed. Remember, they wanted to give Kell 1.5. They wanted to give Tio 1.2. Like, it changes. It's negotiations.
But that's the thing is, are there negotiations right now? Like, do we know that there would be negotiations?
Evidently there are.
If Shawn were to come back and say, you know what, though? I'll do it for 2.5, and it'd be like, oh, well, we can't even do 2.5. Like, what are you talking about?
I doubt it, right? So look. Bruce is saying there's no official offer. He's not saying they're not conversing. Bob is saying that he's talking to Shawn and Pacquiao. He said that 7 days ago, in between a 7-day span ago, right? Like, there are conversations. There's no official offer. There are conversations. There's no official offer. And with that, I think they can find a happy medium. I think they can revisit the Danny Garcia offer, right? And, $3 million, do it on pay-per-view. And I'm only saying 3 because the bud tenders are going to be like, well, show me where Porter made over $2 million, Ness. You know what I mean? But we all know how this game works. We've interviewed enough people. I don't want to have conversations with simple-minded people. I want to talk to boxing fans that know how this business works and understand when a fighter has a promotional company or doesn't have a promotional company. Understand what it takes to put on a fight, period. I just can't talk to casuals. I could teach them, can't really debate with them. That being said, I think to make them happy and not have to get into that debate, $3 million, not flat. Do it on pay-per-view. During the pandemic, we've gotten pay-per-views. Earl did it with Danny. There was no, and that's another thing. Let's put the spotlight on Top Rank. They are the ones fearful of doing pay-per-view. PBC's doing it during the COVID pandemic. They don't care. And we don't care as consumers.
I mean,
we don't care as consumers. We bought it. I bought it.
Yeah, but it's like you can't really. I mean, we don't know what the books look like at this point versus what they looked like last year at this point. Versus what they looked like 6 months ago. Every day that this pandemic goes on, it continues to stretch the limits of what people are able to do and cross all industries. So who's to say that pay-per-view just solves this equation? I don't know that it does.
Let me jump in. First of all, it does because they need pay-per-view upside, right? Secondly,
I love your optimism.
Listen, dude, the budget has been shrunk. You're fighting in the bubble. You understand what I'm saying? So what are we talking here?
But the fan attendance has been shrunk. So that big piece of the pie is taken out. Okay. The same.
And let's revisit that. Why is it the Top Rank? What is it? They have some sort of moral high ground. They know something that PBC and Canelo and Dazn and Matchroom don't know, that somehow one of these boxing events are going to cause a mass spread of a new coronavirus. Why the fuck aren't they doing any shows? Because I see Orlando popping, Tampa popping. Where was the Super Bowl? I don't even watch that. How many people was it? 25,000? How many did Earl and Danny have? 23,000? Like, what are we talking about? Are they just fucking protecting?
That was a fourth of what one of those places could do. And that was like a sixth of what one of those places could do.
His argument is, well, that wasn't full capacity. Do we give a fuck as a boxing promoter when I can still bring in 20,000? Matter of fact, since Mario wants to shun that number and say, oh, that's only a fourth of the capacity, why don't you give me a list of fighters that can sell 20,000 tickets? Go, I'll wait. I'm going to light up.
But that's
please.
Defeating your point.
No, it's not.
That's defeating your point.
No,
yes,
it
is. You're the one who's saying that why can't they do what the Super Bowl just did? Why can't they do what Earl just did? But they're telling you why they can't.
Why?
They're telling you why they can't. Because they don't have the ability to make the same kind of money that they would make with fans.
So again,
that's what they're telling you, and you're telling me again that pay-per-view fixes it, and that doesn't.
But Mario,
there's no saying that. You don't
I compared boxing. You understand what Earl Spence is showing you, that he's systematically the new big fish. I compared boxing to America's favorite sport. Earl Spence did 2,000 less tickets in Jerry Jones in Texas than the fucking Super Bowl. And you're telling me that Bob Arum can't put fans on. Now, again, who cares that it was a fourth? You can't. Gennady Golovkin in his prime barely sold 20,000 tickets. Tyson Fury Wilder, okay? Barely.
To this day.
So they didn't sell 20,000. Like, there's not many fighters that can sell 20, but you talking about Earl Spence selling 20 in a pandemic. Well, Crawford's a pound for pound since long time. Since long time. And now he's fighting a dude that just did a pay-per-view with that same dude. Why are we acting as if this is bad business, man? Like, the fact that you're trying... I mean, again, I hope that he does... Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I always pray that this man is doing it to give us that yin-yang versus two dudes agreeing, because this makes no sense to debate this. Like, there's plenty of places that can put fucking... I mean, I'm sure Oklahoma, out the man's mouth, right? I mean, Nebraska, out his own mouth, he told us on the first interview he did at the height of the pandemic, it ain't like that out here for us. It's open for us over here. That's what T. Bud Crawford said. So let's stop acting like they can't put Shawn Porter with Bud Crawford somewhere where there's tickets, and we, the boxing fans, aren't going to show up. Because why? Why is Earl Spence some sort of exemption? Like, why is he getting a pass? He did 20,000. Like, why is he getting a pass? Like, I don't get it. Why is he getting a pass? Is he some sort of fucking money-making machine that Crawford is not? Are we admitting that today? Why can't we put Crawford in with the same dude Earl fought? What's wrong with that? He was good enough for pay-per-view with Earl. Sit down somewhere. You ain't gonna be on pay-per-view without me. Was he lying? Or is everybody not gonna be on pay-per-view without Earl? I mean, I don't understand what we're saying here. Like, this is an unfair standard that you're setting, man. Why is it okay for Earl, who just started his career? Crawford been fighting. Earl started in 2012. Like, I'm so lost what's going on here, man. The goalpost gets pushed back so far.
I'm kind of lost too, because I don't really get your point. Like, you know, it's like the Super Bowl. Okay, they did 20,000, but you know how much those tickets cost, Ness? You ever looked them up? So 20,000 makes
Earl?
so 20. Hold on, 20,000 makes a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Like, that spreads a little different. With Earl, you're talking about this pay-per-view, you know, that they did. Like, I can't tell you what the difference is, and neither can you. You're making this assumption, like, well, if Earl could do it, then Crawford could do it. And that's not true. That's not true. If they were fighting under the same banner and the same people that put it on, then we could make that assumption, like, whoa, why are they able to do it with him? But we don't know what kind of state, you know, Top Rank's in. We don't know, you know, if one bad, you know, really bad loss on a promotion like this could, you know, possibly put him under. Like, we have no idea. Bob's talking about this is how you stay in business. This is how you keep your company afloat. You know, those sound like words from a person who understands that budget is you know, thinned out. So again, I don't know what more they can offer, and that's really my only point.
All right, man. We got our first guest on the line, Magomed Kurbanov, right?
No, stop. Please, my friends, speak it to translate the English.
Oh, you're the translator?
Yes.
So where's the fighter? Francis, good morning. How are you, champ? Welcome.
What's up to everybody out there, man? What's up, Mario Ness? Shout out to my Lord and Savior for another one, man. Beautiful day to talk boxing. Full-on snowstorm down here in Toronto, but you know what I'm saying? We rocking nonetheless. Crazy, man. What's going on, guys?
Yo, so I just want to read. I want to read from The Athletic, someone that we quote all the time. Earl Spence Jr.'s victory over Danny Garcia on Saturday, PBC Fox pay-per-view generated in excess. For those that don't know, that means more than, right? 250,000 buys. The welterweight championship fight, Spence, first since the welterweight championship fight, Spence's first fight since he suffered the injuries. All right, we got our guest back. Magomed, you there?
Yes, hello.
So, you are the fighter or the translator? Because you got me confused now. Magomed? Awkward moment. All right, let me contact his peoples. Oh, here we go.
Yes. Oh, thank you. Very good now.
You're killing me here with the dead air. But what's up, brother? How are we? You're going to translate for us?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Well, tell Magomed, thank you for joining us. And that it's very unfortunate he didn't know that we were just trying to confirm that he was the fighter and not the translator.
Yeah. So Magomed is the fighter, I'm the translator. Yep.
Cool, man. So I guess take it from the beginning. Really, we would like to know what got him started in boxing, and you know, a little about his backstory.
Расскажи вообще, что тебе, какая тебе, кто тебе дал мотивацию в боксе и, как это все началось?
Бокс, я пришел 12 лет, меня привел дядя туда, мой родной дядя. Я начал заниматься, и кроме спорта я ничего не умел. Я был очень такой развитый парень в спорте. С самого детства я играл в футбол сначала, потом только я ходил на дзюдо, потом только я перешел на бокс.
At 12 years old, my uncle brought me to boxing. I wasn't really good at anything but sports. I was also playing football, soccer on the side. And this is how it eventually got started.
So from looking at his Instagram, it looks like he's training with Joel Diaz out of, where's he? Obviously the West Coast, but I'm trying to think, what is it? Out in the desert, right? Isn't
Joel
it?
Diaz,
I can't remember.
Yes, with Avni. He was just there in Turkey.
Oh, so he was sparring. So he was just working with Avni Yildirim, getting him ready for the Canelo fight?
Ты работал с ним?
Yes, да, я спарринговал с Авни, мы вместе готовились, он готовился к бою с Саулем Альваресом.
Yes, he was the sparring partner, and he was helping in preparation for the fight with Saul Alvarez on the 27th of February.
Okay, that's great. That must have been great work. Now, just to be clear, he himself is not trained by Joel Diaz, correct?
Тебя Joel Diaz сам не тренирует, да?
Мы тренировались, и мы уже предварительно договорились, что он меня будет готовить к следующему бою моему в России. И дальше надеюсь, что мы сработаемся. Он приедет ко мне в Россию, меня будет готовить к бою.
We didn't have a previous history, but ever since I helped prepare Avni for the fight, we agreed that he will help me prepare my next fight, which is in May, and he will come to Russia and help me prepare for the next fight.
Man, tell him that's fantastic news, man. That's a great opportunity, so we're happy for him about that. And ask him, can he just give us a little bit, like some story on his experiences being with Joel, what's making him want to train with Joel moving forward, and his time sparring with Yildirim in preparation for the Canelo fight.
Можешь рассказать, как вообще, тренировки происходят, с Joel Diaz'ом, и вот как была подготовка для, Авни? Что вы вообще делали?
Да, конечно, Джоэлем Диазом у него подготовка прошла очень жесткая такая. Они были сфокусированы только на бой, ничего не отвлекало. Мы жили на базе в Анталии, и, отошли от всего. Именно конкретно каждый день мы занимались боксом утром и вечером. А Джоэль Диаз его очень серьезно готовил к этому бою, очень серьезно готовились, они усердно тренировались, что я думаю, что для Канела не будет легкой прогулкой. Авни очень крепкий боксер, он только идет вперед.
The training was very difficult. We we trained from the morning time, and we also trained at the evening time. It was not easy. Avni is not the opponent that most people say he is. He's going to be a very difficult fighter for Canelo Alvarez, and this training camp was very difficult, and they were training on a constant basis every day.
So,
one more, Mario.
Go ahead.
If he felt the difference in training with Joel Diaz versus training back home in Russia in terms of what elite level training is?
Ты чувствовал разницу тренироваться с Джоэл Диазом по сравнению с где ты тренируешься вот сейчас на данном моменте в России?
Ну, конечно, чувствуется. Джоэль Диаз огромный опыт тренерский. 26 лет он работает тренером. А здесь в России я тренируюсь у себя в академии, супер в академии, но тренируюсь я у своего друга, который учился со мной в колледже. Он только начинающий тренер профессионалов, поэтому чувствуется разница профессионала и между профессионалом, между любителем. Поэтому Джоэль Диаз относится к своему делу профессионально. Мне очень понравилось у него тренироваться.
Joel Diaz has been in the business for 26 years, and he's a very experienced coach. I obviously felt a big difference because in Russia I trained in an academy that's run by my friend who's only starting to train right now. And Joel Diaz is a very big professional, and he acts in this sport with like a different mindset, and therefore like training with Joel Diaz was like a very big experience for me, and I felt a big change in that.
Now, I'm curious because Magomed, is that how you say it? Pronounce it correctly?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Magomed. You know, he's got a fight scheduled here on BoxRec for May. Is that the date? And does he have an opponent, or are they still narrowing that down?
Они говорят про бой 8 мая, они увидели на бокс-реке, и они спрашивают, если у тебя уже оппонент есть, уже если локация есть, как там?
Бой назначен на 8 мая. С оппонентом у меня Лиам Смит. Ждем, пока подпишет контракт. Планируется бой с ним. Лиам Смит, англичанин.
So on May 8th, the fight is scheduled. We are waiting for Liam Smith. We are waiting for the contract signings and everything like that, but he is going to be the number 1 opponent for that date for us.
Who? Liam Smith?
Liam Smith. Huh?
Liam Smith, right? 160
Yes.
pounder?
Что говорит?
With Matchroom?
On SmackDown.
Matchroom.
Yes,
Да,
yes.
да, да.
Oh shit, Magomed, good fight. Good
So-
fight.
Question: Can I get one? Or you got another? Go ahead, Mark.
No, well, but this is him moving up, I guess, but he's already been fighting above 154. So go ahead, Francis. I get it.
No, confirm the weight. Is it gonna be at 160?
It's at
or what?
160. Yeah, the fight says about sheets at
Well,
160.
no, ask him though. Magomed, is at 160 or is it at 154?
Это будет в каком весе?
154.
Oh wow!
154, yeah.
And he's going to go to Russia. Yeah.
Yes.
Whoa.
Interesting. Interesting.
Go ahead,
Скажи,
Francis.
совместно с Дазаном проведем этот бой. Наверное.
Еще раз повтори.
Что Эдди Финн же его промоутер, предварительно они согласились и, скорее всего, сейчас уже в ближайшее время подпишут контракт и приедут сюда, в Россию, да, боксировать со мной 8 мая.
Their William Smith's boxing promoter has been already in agreement talks. and they're in talks to sign the contract right now. And William Smith is planning to come to Russia to train in preparation for the fight versus Magomed.
Wow, so he's a draw over there or something, huh?
Yeah, all his fights has been in Russia. I just wanted to ask two quick questions. One, like the meaning of Black Lion, the name that he goes by, and two, what's his fight style? Like, what fight style does he emulate?
Что это означает, что у тебя, есть Черный Лев, как твое второе имя по боксу?
Черный Лев изначально, когда я дебютировал в профессионалы, я по гороскопу сам Лев, и поэтому думал, сам себе придумал. Ну, я уже, кстати, это убрал никнейм, и хочу, чтобы фанаты дали мне свой никнейм. Фанаты должны дать все равно никнейм, а не сам человек. Если фанаты же не дадут или же будут так меня называть, то скорее в будущем я оставлю это. Пока меня не называют Black Lion.
I was just using this name from childhood, but now I am open for the fans to give me a new nickname, because this one is already old, and I would like to listen to the fans to give me a new nickname. И еще, какой у тебя по боксу, какой тебе стайл нравится самый больше?
Стиль Флойда Мейвезера. И у меня, в принципе, 3 стиля: Флойд, Тайсон и Мухаммед Али. 3 плана.
He has 3 fighting styles: Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, и кто еще?
Mike Tyson.
And Mike Tyson.
All 3 of them combined.
I love all 3 of those styles. Can you ask him how was his time training with PBK, Pretty Boy Josh Kelly?
Как твое время было, когда ты тренировался с Джош Келли?
Отличное время было. Уже первый раз я поехал, они пригласили меня на спарринги на 2 недели. Потом я вернулся к ним на подготовку. Потом я в 3-й раз поехал к ним тренироваться, обучаться английской школе. Все это время было замечательно вообще.
They invited me to come spar for 2 weeks. Then I came to their training camp in December, and then they even invited me where I was given the opportunity to learn English at a school in England. But he's a very good sparring partner, and he always needs something to fight for.
You broke up. Did you guys hear what he said? He broke up at the end. He's a very good sparring partner, and what else?
Very good sparring partner, and always someone that helps you push your goals to the extreme.
Does Magomed think he's undersized? I mean, in this side-by-side with he and Josh Kelly, he looks like he could be a welterweight, and Josh Kelly's the welterweight, right?
Джош Келли, он welterweight или?
66. 66.
He's in the 66 kilogram weight class.
Ну, весит примерно так же, как я, 77, 70.
He's just about like Magomed's weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Magomed looks like he's small.
Like in stature.
Kelly looking big as hell next to Magomed. I'm screen sharing. I don't know if you're seeing it, but yeah, go for it. Check over whoever's next.
Yeah, I wanted to know, can you ask him if he runs in the snow or does he prefer to run inside?
Где тебе нравится бегать больше? В снеге или внутри?
Мне нравится, да, на улице, когда солнце светит.
He likes to run outside when the sun shines.
Great answer.
So I wanted to know who's his like manager, promoter? What's his situation?
А кто твой менеджер и промотер?
Мой менеджер здесь, где моя академия единоборств, это мой зал. Мой менеджер, мой промоутер — это российский промоутер Герман Титов, RCC Boxing Promotion.
The management company runs through his gym, and the promotion company is through an RCC academy, which is run in Russia. And his promoter is German Titov, who also promotes for many other Russian fighters.
All right, so we got a few questions from the people. The first one is from Ruin the 504, who says, do you plan on staying in the UK for training until your next scheduled fight? But, I mean, the fight's supposed to be in Russia, so he'll be staying in Russia, right? I mean, you can still ask it, I guess.
No.
No?
У тебя каких-то планах есть возвращаться в Англию до боя в мае?
Нет, до боя я уже туда не вернусь, потому что ситуация с коронавирусом там плохая, поэтому я буду готовиться в России, и приедет ко мне Джоэль Диас сюда, и мы будем готовиться здесь у себя в городе.
We will not be returning back to England because of the situation with the coronavirus. Joel Diaz is going to be coming to me to Russia so that he can train me for my next fight. And the plan is for us to stay in Russia until the next fight.
Nice. We got one more from James Valdez in San Antonio, Texas, who says, who do you consider the best Russian fighter of all time? Hashtag the Black Lion.
Кто ты считаешь самый лучший боксер за все время в России?
Самый лучший боксер за все время в России Сергей Ковалев.
Sergey Kovalev and Alexander Povetkin.
Tell him thank you for mentioning Kovalev. A lot of Canelo haters like to discredit that 3-time world champion, man. I'm sure he's made a big name for himself out there in Russia with all the great fights he's put on.
Спасибо, что ты сказал Ковалев, потому что очень много людей, которые поддерживают Канело, не любят Ковалева, он говорит.
We got another one from the United Kingdom. It says, hey, Magomed, what's your prediction for Josh Kelly versus David Avanesian? Because David Avanesian is from Russia.
Если взять чисто стилистически, он имеет в виду, кто выиграет, да?
Да.
Чисто стилистически взять, должен выиграть Келли, потому что он быстрее, скоростнее на ногах двигается, поэтому по очкам Келли. Я думаю, что мой прогноз по очкам Келли.
He says that Kelly, he's a very good fighter, very fast, quick, like very soft on the feet, and he thinks that Kelly is going to win by points, and maybe.
И то, что есть еще преимущество Авенесяна, что он хорошо прессингует и бьет сильные удары боковые, поэтому тут нельзя разевать. Если Келли будет всего 12 раундов фокусирован, то он должен выиграть.
If Josh Kelly focuses in on his 12 rounds of boxing, he has a very good hook, and if he uses that as his lethal weapon, he will be able to secure this win for the team.
All right, those. Go ahead.
Yeah, I have one question. I wanted to know, can you ask Magomed what impresses him the most about Joel Diaz's training style?
Что тебе самое лучшее нравится про Джоэла Диаза? Как бы, что он тебе дает?
Настрой, атмосфера во время тренировки и мотивирует он очень хорошо.
He likes the atmosphere, like being surrounded by Joel Diaz, because he's a very outgoing guy, and the energy that he brings into the boxing ring is what Magomed likes the most.
Can you ask him what did he take from his time with Floyd Mayweather Sr. and how long did he have with him?
Что ты взял тогда, когда ты с Флойдом Мейвезером Синьором познакомился, и что ты вообще от него научился?
Ну, я совсем немного с ним общался, но было время, что мы в течение часа стояли, разговаривали, обсуждали разные вещи, поэтому то, что я у него взял, это надо думать головой, работать джебом, обманывать соперника и хитрить. То, что он показал, ничего особенного не показал, поэтому не то, что ничего особенного показал, много чего не фантазировал, просто сказал, что надо думать головой и работать с обманом джебом.
I didn't really get much of an opportunity to interact with him, but we did speak with him for a good hour. And in that time, he did teach me that you need to think with your head. You need to use your jab as the most important key power. And you need to like lie to your opponent and kind of make sure that the opponent doesn't see where you're coming from and be tricky.
Has he ever wanted to go to Vegas and get some sparring in that TMT gym?
У тебя, ты бы хотел поехать в Лас-Вегас, чтобы на спарринге пойти в Вегас?
Это одна из моих целей, побывать у Мейвезера в зале и поспарринговать там, пройти тренировочный лагерь. Как только все станет в мире хорошо, я постараюсь получить визу в Америку и поехать к нему в зал.
That is the goal, and once everything clears up with the situation with coronavirus, I'm going to try to get to apply for my visa, and I will definitely go to try for the TMT gym and to go as a sparring partner.
Now, just to be clear, the fight with him, Liam Smith, it'll be on Dazn, or is it going to be Russian TV only?
Этот бой с Лиам Смитом, оно будет на какой трансляции? На Dazn или на русском канале?
Я думаю, будет на русском канале, на каком-то, и на... Ну, насчет Dazn не в курсе пока, не знаю. Матч ТВ будет, на Dazn не в курсе.
It's going to definitely be televised on some Russian channel. We are not certain yet about whether it's going to be televised on Dazn, but it will certainly be televised on Russian television.
But what about American TV? Do we get it on Dazn? Does he know if Dazn's involved or no?
Dazn, у них какие-то отношения есть с этим, с этим боем?
С этим промоушеном нет отношений.
Где-то будет, чтобы они смогли посмотреть в США?
Пока не могу сказать, брат, пока не могу сказать ничего. Он еще даже контракт не подписал, он должен еще контракт подпишет, тогда будет понятно.
He does not know yet. He says that once the contract will be signed, that's when he'll start to know more information. But right now he can't guarantee anything 100%. He says that we need to wait for a contract sign.
All right, last one. Can he give us, I guess, some backstory on how much of a relationship he has with the UFC fighter Khabib?
Можешь дать чуть-чуть про твои отношения, что ты имеешь с Хабиб Нурмагомедовым?
Когда у нас был бой, он мой земляк с Дагестана, поэтому Когда он был, у нас бой был, он приезжал на бой, болел за меня, сидел, смотрел. Мы обедали вместе, ужинали. Конечно же, позаниматься не получилось, у него очень плотный график. Он ведет активную жизнь по популяризации ММА в России, поэтому, когда он приезжает к нам на бои, когда приглашаем его, мы тогда видимся, сидим, общаемся, а остальное все время он занят.
He's a very busy man, but he comes from the same country, from the Republic of Dagestan in Russia, and he would usually come out to support me in some of my fights. And like whenever he's there, like we would usually have lunch, dinner together. Khabib, he lives a very active lifestyle, and you know, Magomed wants to get to spend more time with him, but Khabib, he's a very busy guy.
All right, we got 4 more questions from the people. First one is coming from Kansas City. Mad Bent says, what type of mental preparation do you do during training camps? Visualization, meditation, deep breathing, any?
Как ты подготавливаешься к боям, когда ты в лагере? Как ты настраиваешься? Ты фокусируешься на как ты дышишь или как вообще?
Есть дата боя, и я распределяю время до боя 2 месяца, поэтому мы месяц проходим УФП подготовку, там отрабатываем под соперника, все, потом месяц у меня спаррингов. Во время спарринга мы чисто работаем, боевую практику проводим, и я выхожу делать просто свое дело, и все. У нас ничего такого особенного нету, чисто бокс. И скажи, пожалуйста, мне надо идти реально уже, что если есть какой-то вопрос такой важный, что пусть зададут, то я поеду. Меня сейчас хорошо?
Okay, да. We don't have any like mental preparation. It's more so like we spend like 1 month in training camp, then we devote another month into sparring with opponents, and that is my mental preparation. That is how I get set for my fights. The more sparring partners I see, the better. And yeah.
All right, the next one is
sorry, can I Magomed needs to go.
Oh, okay. No problem.
Yeah, like, but he said if there's like any like last minute questions, like,
I mean, we got 3 more, 4 more, but it's up to you. You want to do 1 more and leave, or it's on you guys?
Вот там еще 3-4 вопроса. Если он спрашивает, если ты как ты?
Я спешу, реально спешу. Давай 1 вопрос и.
He said one more question.
All right. We have Rizzy, who says, did you sign with Matchroom Russia, and are you the headline for their first show in Russia?
Ты подписал контракт с Matchroom в России?
Matchroom нету в России.
Matchroom is not found in Russia.
They are allegedly they have a Matchroom Russia now, but all right, no problem. I guess he hasn't, and I want to thank him. You can tell him to give out his social media, and we appreciate his time.
Он тебе благодарен, и он сказал, что если ты хочешь social media выдавать, ты можешь Instagram выдать, и они тебя рекламируют.
Не понял, что сделать?
Ну, если Instagram, то ты можешь скинуть. Wait, he can give Instagram to you, or?
He can just say
right now he can announce it over air.
You can announce it,
Ты можешь дать, ты можешь просто сказать свой Instagram вот сейчас, чтобы вот эти люди, которые слушают, чтобы они подписались.
Magomed, нижняя черточка, Kurbanov, 2 нижние черточки.
It's underscore Magomed underscore Kurbanov with 2 underscores.
All right, I'm actually screen sharing it now for the people. And once again, I want to thank you, obviously, for joining us. And we do appreciate your time. So I guess we'll get you on the next one when he can announce that Russian fight with Liam Smith, all right? Remind him he's got to come back.
Окей, они говорят, что когда у тебя уже будет бой настроен с Лиам Смитом, чтобы ты возвращался и давал следующее интервью.
Все, да, отлично. Когда только объявят бой, мы вернемся, еще раз сделаем пресс-конференцию и пообщаемся. Спасибо большое.
He said that we will certainly do another interview once I get everything settled, and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. Take it easy. All
okay.
Right. There you have it. Magomed. How do you pronounce his last name?
Kurbanov.
Oh, Kurbanov. All right. Well,
Actually
thank
nailed
you
it
again,
earlier.
and yeah, keep me posted, brother.
All right, man. Yep. So I'll like follow you and like we'll communicate. Like Instagram is easier or like
Either or. You got my number. Either or.
Okay. All right. Sounds like a plan. Hope
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Magomed Kurbanov. He actually landed with a great trainer because Joel Diaz is a great trainer. That's
and he has a lot of Eastern European.
I was going there.
That's what you're gonna say.
I was going. No, but you got it. You
hey,
nailed
right
it.
here, bro.
You
right
nailed
here,
it, bro. He's got experience with them and his business savvy. You know, for being in the business so long, he can probably get Magomed on Dazn since he's not signed to Dazn somehow.
He got a few phone numbers he can call.
Yeah, hell yeah, he got a few phone numbers he could call, make a fight.
I was having difficulty on my side.
Lighten up? You was having difficulty.
I fucked up my internet, and so I didn't hear at one point it cut. It cut out. Did he give any indication as to what the plan was like for Russia? Like, how long he's gonna be staying fighting in Russia?
Nah, he ain't say like.
I wanted to ask, but I couldn't get back on it.
You mean
yeah?
I mean, nah. I mean,
because that's all of them, you know. But if he's getting people to go over there, like, I don't know.
He got a big name to go. That's a pretty decent name.
I believe you, champ. I believe you. You know what I'm saying? But but it's weird to me. I'm like, whoa, he's gonna go to Russia.
Rob said that Liam Smith announced that he was in Russia a long time ago. So
I remembered that, like, you know, pretty much right after he said it, but it's still like I don't know. To me, that's still a feat. I mean, like you said, he's got to be some kind of draw.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got to be a reason to go over there.
Got to be, but. Francis, what's up, man? Do we got a fighter house?
Well, going where, sir?
Do we got a fighter house or what?
Yeah, we working on it, man. We working on it. You got a very, very just like, you know, King's father probably knows. You got very high taste. You want everything to be perfect, so
Bro,
we're trying to cater.
You said you're high maintenance, champ.
Yo, what's up with the ones I sent them? I sent them some shit.
He said, yo, I mean, we can't find the place where the blue counters match the vanilla drapes, and Ness doesn't want to go to a place where the pool ain't 10 feet from. No, I'm playing, champ. I'm playing.
Bro, I sent them one with a pool and everything. I don't know what. Like he don't like it. I think.
You walked into that one, Mario. You walked right into that one.
Hey,
well,
so who do I give my A-side demands to? Because I need the house to have all brown M&Ms in my room, right? I want you to take out all the other colors.
What's that dude that does the Lincoln commercials now? McAvoy? No. Sean Connery? No.
Damn it.
He did that movie Dirt. Didn't he do that movie Dirt? And he was Lincoln Lawyer. He was also Lincoln Lawyer.
You seen Dirt, champ? Yo, you a real movie fan. I love Dirt.
Bro, I follow actors, man. If you a good actor, I'm watching your movie. It's like,
let me tell y'all, Ness is a real, like, that shit was nominated for a Spirit Award. Like, forget a Golden Globe, forget an Oscar. That was like an independent film, but it was good though.
Dirt? Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, you like the? Oh, you watched Dirt too? Damn.
You got movie buff too. Don't get it funky.
We're gonna have fun in the.
I had no clue of that movie was that big. I just seen it. It was good. It was good.
No, it's not big. That was the point I was trying to make. Like it, I'm surprised y'all seen it because it wasn't that big.
Mario, I watch everything, man. I go as far as
that's his name, Matthew McConaughey, and look at how he spelled it.
Hear me? You hear me, Mario?
You watch all movies?
Yeah, even as far as like them weird ass comedies like Impractical Jokes with my man Johnny Knoxville and them, straight back to like the horror crazy movies. Yeah, watch everything, man. I love everything.
I love horror movies used to watch the scary movies and the Jackass series, but I ain't watching that shit.
Because you like feel like above it or like too mature for it now, or because it's just not your taste anymore?
It's forced comedy. It's forced comedy, dog. Like my man, he'll put on some fake old man balls and just walk down the street. Like, man, that shit corny, man. Look, and y'all laugh.
Yo,
man, what
you
the hell?
Yeah. No, listen, but
my favorite genre.
It's that shock value, I think, that does it.
Comedy is my favorite genre. So that's different for me. That's my favorite movie genre. So I'm with all type of comedy. You know what I'm saying? But
I'm like an Andy Kaufman guy, so I like that shit. You know?
Like I'm Kings of Comedy. Like you know what I'm saying? Def Comedy Jam. That's me, man. That's
LB Slugger with the super chat. I didn't even see it. I'm gonna have to watch it on my phone.
Listen to this. Everybody listen right now. Bow, bow, bow. LV Slugger super chat says, check out that Mortal Kombat trailer. Can't wait. Listen to me. Go check that trailer out. The Red Band trailer. And if you don't know what Red Band trailers are like when they're rated R trailers, right? Go and watch the Red Band trailer of Mortal Kombat. It is violent. It is bloody. It is the rated R Mortal Kombat that everybody been waiting for forever.
How could you get a rated R Mortal Kombat on YouTube?
No. The trailer dropped.
Yeah,
the Red Band trailer dropped.
I'm just saying. Would they flag us if we play this?
I don't know, champ.
Brazil to capture a wanted fugitive.
Oh! It doesn't look that hot.
No, bruh. Stop it.
It does.
You need to watch it. I was more excited about that than seeing Jared Leto's Joker in the Batman trailer. You see
people?
that?
Who are all these people? These are like all new actors. Like, who's this guy?
Yeah, it's not. It's a new movie. It's not a trilogy or a sequel or nothing.
Bro, but how you gonna do Mortal Kombat?
Are you guys a Leo fan? Are you guys a fan of Leo DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Leo.
I bet. I'm gonna give you two movies. I want you to choose which one is better. Did you guys watch The Revenant?
Loved it.
The Revenant? Great hell yeah.
So which one would you choose, The Revenant or The Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh, Revenant. I like them both.
I like them both, but yes, the Revenant is way better because it's more action and drama, and it puts you in that situation. Like, what would you do?
Agree,
Wolf of
100%.
Wolf of Wall Street is more a movie like you wish you was in his predicament, or you wish not to be in his predicament.
Yeah, I was about to say what?
Relevant is totally different, but. Another movie that dropped is Born a Champion, and has Sean Patrick Flannery and Katrina Bowden and Dennis Quaid in it. It's only in select theaters, and it's on digital and on demand, so you guys could check that out. I'm a huge Dennis Quaid fan, but I wouldn't be real. I mean, I think wasn't the last great one. What was that movie with the portal? That was his movie, right? It was a great movie. I'm actually waiting for it to be remade. I don't want to go too far from Born a Champion, but remember it was like two big circles, and you walk in one circle and you come out in another part of the world or another time of the world in the other circle. Come on, bro. It had like Egyptian pharaohs in it, but they were like futuristic. Stop it.
Yo, honestly, y'all are gonna fucking think I'm weird. I feel like I let Nez down anytime he brings up actors I can't think of.
Oh my
God.
Movies. What is that name? They even made a series. It's so big they became a television series. You guys
You're not talking about Inner Space?
Inner Space.
Or not Frequency.
No, neither. Oh my
Day After
God.
Tomorrow's another like crazy movie that he made.
No, you guys are gone, man.
I mean, how old is it
You're
though?
gonna make me go up to Dennis Quaid's freaking.
Oh, you talking about A Dog's Journey? No, I'm playing.
I'm going to Quaid's. I'm gonna have to do Quaid's IMDb now. It's a wrap, man.
Yo, why Quaid doing like dog movies all the time now?
Yo, what you said, Francis?
I said I'm already looking at it, but I'm still lost.
I know. I've always been
Really?
looking at it too.
No.
Trying to find it.
Let me
I don't
see.
think it's Dennis Quaid you talking about,
Bro,
champion.
you're crazy, bro. You guys
Year
are
was
crazy.
it though?
It's
You don't
like
know?
20 years ago.
Dang. So that's like 2000. Okay, let me go down. Let me see.
Huge,
Early
man.
2000s.
Stop! Fucking Anna Marie, I love you! Every time you get at Mario, you're the best, and now you prove that you're more
The
than
hell?
just a troll. She proved that she's more than just a troll. Stargate! Fucking yes!
Oh, Stargate. Yeah.
Yes! Yo, that's when Dennis Quaid was the man. Yo, Shawn coming through late on the text. You right, too. But Dennis Quaid, man, I hope he could come give me that inner Stargate in Born a Champion, because I actually like the lead actor in Sean Patrick Flannery, man, and it's a good cast. It's a strong
Bro, it's not even
cast.
on his IMD, bro.
What?
I'm looking his IMD. Stargate? I don't even see that shit on his IMD, dog.
Listen.
Anyways, move on.
For
I
my
remember
boxing
Stargate.
fans, this is a once in a life opportunity, cause it ain't gonna knock twice. So don't miss Sean Patrick Flannery in this powerful martial arts film, Born a Champion, also starring Katrina Bowden and Dennis Quaid, and experience an inspirational film about love for family, the drive for greatness. Shout out to greatness. in
Did you
Harlem.
say Sean? Did you say Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Yo, that's my mom. That's my mom.
No, I ain't say Sean Connery. Sean Patrick Flannery. What do you
Flannery.
mean?
Yeah. He from
He did that
Boondock
movie.
Saints.
Oh, you got him. All right. What was that other movie he did? It was like a card thing. He was like in a card thing. He was like,
Acceleration.
yo, why you hating? Yo, I swear, UK Rob, why don't you just fight me? Bruh, how you gonna say it's
Why?
trash, man? Bro,
What do you say was trash?
We just spent 20 minutes trying to figure out the movie. He's gonna call Stargate trash. Bro, Stargate actually got a series, man. You guys are tripping, man. Tripping.
Yo, real quick, a super chat from Showkid. Oh man, it's pouring. Super chat from Showkid said, Bud and Porter ain't Earl. Hardcore will buy fight, but casuals won't. Bud ain't no star. Nobody's showing up to the Omaha Desert. LOL.
That's a lie. Every time Bud
Yeah,
goes
Champy,
to
I don't know about
Nebraska,
that.
everybody Bud fought in Nebraska sold out. So if they want to sell tickets, yes, I understand they're not selling the same price. But if they want to sell tickets, Shawn will go over there if the money is right. You know, he gonna go to your hometown. The money's right. He just wants to be paid. But
Just
you
gotta
don't-
get. Yo, what did Keith say?
But this
Hold
is
on,
the thing.
hold on.
Let me get this off, because this is the thing. Why, when we talking Bud in the big fight, it gotta be in Nebraska? So you saying the man can't sell nowhere else? Like, come on, man. You forcing Shawn to go to my man's hometown too? Can't even have a neutral ground fight?
Yo, Keith said it best, man. Just put some respect in the check, man.
Yeah, man. That should be something that, gets embedded in boxing, man.
I'm gonna put that shit on a
Respect in
t-shirt,
the
man,
check.
or a hoodie, man. Put some respect in the check, man. Shout out to Keith Thurman.
I know,
yo,
Davidian. Thank you, man. I know he's gonna watch Born a Champion, because he said, I can only imagine it's a great movie.
Davidian, speaking of Davidian, he's a super chat said Ness Heyman, Matthew McConaughey. And that's who he was giving you, Matthew McConaughey. I was just watching Lincoln Lawyer last night.
That's a
100.
good
Yo, I
movie.
love Lincoln Lawyer.
Good movie, good movie, good movie.
I watched Lincoln Lawyer in a Cadillac sedan one time.
But just to finish, I want to say you can catch that movie, Born a Champion, on digital, on demand right now. It is rated R, and it's a Lionsgate movie, people. I mean, if you don't follow actors and you follow like production companies, Lionsgate usually pump out some pretty good movies. And they get very graphic, right? Like those are the ones.
Yeah,
like
I like Lionsgate.
Wasn't Saw under Lionsgate's, all the Saw series?
Yes.
Damn, I'm nasty, man. I need to start my movie podcast.
You know what that Mortal Kombat movie, the thing I like about it is going to be on HBO Max.
Oh, really?
Because it's gonna be in select theaters, but they're gonna do the same thing they did with Wonder Woman. Like, I don't know if y'all seen have y'all seen that movie? It's about the Black Panthers with oh man, he's like one of my favorite actors. I always forget his name.
No.
It's on HBO Max right now. It's called, damn it, I can't remember shit, but it's supposed to, do well with the awards, but it's only on HBO Max for a certain time, like Wonder Woman, right? Because they still want DVD sales, but they're taking out the theaters really, and they're streaming, and then they take it off, and then they put it, on DVD, and then they probably put it back later. But yeah, Mortal Kombat, it's gonna be out like April 18th or something. It's like right around the corner.
Wow.
It's gonna be dope. Yo, Eric Cruz with a super chat said, "If you still playing video games, you playing yourself." Yo, champ, you just got all the gaming industry on YouTube against you.
Video games. Who don't play video games, man?
I still play
mean?
Fight Night Championship.
Yeah, listen, man, everything, man. Call of Duty, you know what I'm saying? All the EA Sports games, Madden, FIFA, NBA, you know what I'm saying, 2K, everything. Why not? If they came out with Mario Brothers right now, I'll play it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I got the time, but certain games, if it came out, I could play it. Like if I walked in your house and you already had it set up on a nice looking television, I'd play some Mario Brothers, this version, even Mario Kart. That's a classic. I'd play some Pac-Man. You know what I'm saying? Miss Pac-Man rather. I don't know if I'm gonna be all into the Street Fighter. You gotta know how to do the moves, and your fingers gotta be faster than his.
You just gotta press the buttons. Never seen it.
Button smash that shit.
I might play Fight Night, but that depends as well, because you gotta know how to do the moves. Your fingers gotta be faster than your opponent. Bunch of weird shit.
You crazy. Yo, so real quick, man. Hold
up.
While we're on the topic of it, what is your favorite movie producers? Like how you say Lionsgate produces good movies. Like what's another producing company?
I don't know, man.
Directors. Like I like certain directors. Like, you know what I'm saying, Spielberg, Quarantino. Certain people. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm really into the movie, I go look at who directed it. Like when the Dark Knight series came out, I educated myself on that director. It's two brothers, right? It was two brothers that did that one, Dark Knight, right?
Well, yeah, it was really Christopher Nolan that spearheaded it, but yeah, the brothers worked on it.
Yeah, no, but the brother, what the hell? He tried to play the other brother, bro. He wrote the script, man.
I know. I'm just saying it was Christopher.
The other one's like the writer and the one that fixes.
No, but it was Christopher Nolan's vision, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he was really the architect behind the whole. Everything.
Yo, I swear to God, I never forgave Christian Bale for backing out. Like him and Nolan was the true dynamic duo. Like that series, that Dark Knight series could have went on. Like especially from that last movie. Like he could have been Batman Beyond. He could have went in the cave. He was injured. He was getting old. He was in love. You in the cave. The young dude is the new Batman Beyond with the futuristic tech, equipment. He don't gotta fight. He really shooting niggas. You was on that friendly shit. You know what I'm saying? This dude,
that actually would be dope.
He killed the movie. It's just like
he could be Nightwing.
It's just like that other movie.
It's not Christian Bale. It would be what's his name that was supposed to take it over.
Yeah, but Bale is the one that bailed on the fucking series. Little weirdo. He's the one said, "Oh, I don't want to be remembered as Batman. I'm done." It's like, man, shut up. That's all we ever gonna know you
Batman.
As. You Batman forever.
Yo, but the new one looks good as hell, though.
First of all, he was in the rock and a hard place. It was either, well, actually, no, he did Fighter, that fucker. That's the other great one he did, Fighter, with
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That was a
with Mark Wahlberg.
Yo, crazy how Mark Wahlberg went from good vibrations. Come on.
Word.
From a weird looking white boy trying to sing to
Marky Mark,
multi-millionaire.
Forget the money. I mean, my man went from like a singer back then. Like I didn't even think Marky Mark
like a New Kids on the Block.
Yeah, that was like a boy band. Like he went from that to like a phenomenal director. Like he ain't just do fighter. Like my man got mad movies. You know that movie with like the 6 soldiers are being chased? That was his movie too.
Soul Survivor?
I don't know, but I know they was jumping off of cliffs and landing on their back trying to get away from whoever. Oh man.
Yeah, that was based on a true story,
movies like that, yeah, it was. When I see movies like that, I always be like, yo, what if that was me? Like, oh my God, would I jumped off that cliff right now? Like my man was he just threw himself off that shit and landed on more fucking mountain. I mean, that shit was a brutal, brutal movie, man. I'm telling you. Yo, that shit is up there with like Passions of Christ in terms of like brutal on television, right? No.
Yeah,
We going out to the callers. We going out to the callers. They falling asleep on us, man.
Revenant I would say is pretty brutal because of how gruesome it looks. His leg is like he got mauled by a bear, man. Like
that bear attack was
gruesome.
Nasty.
He was just dragging his ass around.
It was awesome.
Even if he dragging in and put all the medicine on it and stuff like that, like those are like that's gruesome. Like, you know what I mean? I was trying to think of like an action movie that was gruesome in terms like can think of one. You know, Belly was one. If y'all know Belly, pretty gruesome movie. There's some
y'all had Oregon Trail, Francis. Did y'all play that shit in school? No, it was like one of those like educational type of games, but we would play it in school. But that was like the Revenant was like the movie version of Oregon Trail.
Oh, okay. Nah.
Yo, since we talking movies, this is a movie just like the Revenant.
Revenant.
It's just like that, but he's got either a daughter or a son with him. And the world is more like I Am Legend, except it's not monsters, it's other people. Kind of like Book of Eli with people on cannibalism and shit. So they trying to eat his son and he trying to get from one part of the world to the next. Y'all remember that?
Nah, I gotta run through my Rolodex real quick.
Y'all tripping right now. That's a crazy movie. I just don't know the actor's name, man. He ain't
What's the movie? You remember the name of the movie? Give me like another hint. Let me think.
Bruh.
The movie.
The plot of the movie is a white dude trying to get from one part of the world to the other with his son or daughter, not two, or daughter that is small. And the world is it's over. You know what I mean? The world is over. I don't know if it was an apocalypse. I don't know what the fuck happened. It's over. And anybody that's out there is either trying to rob you, rape you, kill you, or eat your children.
You're not talking about On the Road, right?
Oh, let me look it up. It sound like that's it, man. Sound like he had a Scully on the whole movie. He had a little what you call a beanie. On the Road.
Yeah.
On the Road. That sound like it, Mario.
Poster Scully.
On the Road movie. Why it ain't come up? That shit must not be
It's not that one. I don't think it's this one.
Hell no.
It just sound because I read the book On the Road, but I know they made a movie, and so I don't know if they followed it exactly or not.
This says say drama. On the Road 2012 IMDb. Oh no, that's it.
No, that's definitely not it.
Nah. Long Road, maybe? Nah, I don't know. I know it's, the Road was inspirational. The Last of Maybe it's The Road. Maybe it's The Road.
Yeah, it could be The Road.
The Road.
It's The Road.
Yeah, 2006 post-apocalyptic.
It's The Road. Yeah, I got it up right here.
Bro, y'all ain't watched that? This film study, y'all got to go watch this movie, bro. Bananas. Yo, only 74%.
It looks like his daughter. That looks like a girl.
Only 74% they tripping. But listen, if you like the whatever with my mans in them, this one is almost there. I mean, what's the relevant getting or relevant whatever. What's his Rotten Tomato score? This is 74% from Rotten Tomato. You know they
that's pretty good.
87% of the people like this movie on Google, so you know I ain't giving you no fake movie. This is a movie to watch, and this ain't no movie to just watch. This is a movie to be like, yo, this is me and my daughter or me and my son. What the fuck would I do?
Yeah, this was actually the book I was talking about. It's by Cormac McCarthy. And yeah, I've always wanted to see the movie.
Oh,
I remember it was on
girl.
Prime for a little bit, and then they took it off, and I didn't get to see it.
It is a girl, bro. He trying to.
Yeah,
I
it is a
don't know
girl.
where he trying to go, man. I don't know where he trying to go. Why he trying to go?
He just going.
He going, and it's a lot of shit happening on that road, man. So it's one of those movies that make you think, like, damn, what would I do? You know what I'm saying? How would that shit be? Anyway, callers.
But yo, real quick before you go to the callers, you said you wanted to know. It got I think it's 78 on Rotten Tomatoes, right? That's what you want to know, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Is that what the one with DiCaprio got?
Yeah, The Revenant, 78.
Yeah, so yo, this is right there.
This is on Tomato Meter and then 84 on audience score.
So y'all definitely should check
Oh,
out The Road, because if that's 78, this is 74 on Rotten Tomatoes. So
No, I definitely want to check it out.
it's right there, and this is old. This is old, man. 2009.
Yeah. The
That's
book
the
came out like
It's 2015 though.
early 2000s.
The Revenant's 2015. It's not that far.
Yo, and this dude, he's a decent actor, let me tell you. Oh, and look, it was Charlize Theron. Oh, I know, I like her too. She was in this movie. Guy Pearce was in. See, they had some good actors. I never, like this dude, I follow him. Vigo, the lead character, I follow him, but
Mortensen.
yeah, you know, you had
Yeah.
that. But you know, he didn't stay hot. Like he didn't
No.
stay hot. With age, he got less and less roles. you
Captain
know.
Fantastic was good. If you never saw that, he was in that. It was really good.
Captain Fantastic.
Yeah, it's about a family that they live off the land, right? Like they're all, like mountainers type of stuff, and then the mom passes away and they basically have to like get to the grandparents or something like that. But it's a good movie.
Hell yeah, Rotten Tomatoes is hard. Yo, before I started the podcast, when I was in my truck driving days, I used to listen to the Rotten Tomatoes podcast. They don't even do it no more. And, bro, I used to be so upset. Like, bro, you guys are trashing everything. Like, nothing is good, man. Nothing is good to those dudes. And it was crazy because it was like one dude and a woman. It's like, yo, how is your opinion so fucking dope? Man, get your ass out of here.
Yo, you guys do oh man, what's what I'm looking for?
Mitty said we gotta watch Young Boys, a Korean movie, but I don't do subtitles, man. I hate that shit, bro.
Film festivals. You guys do film festivals?
You mean like go to them?
Yeah.
Nah, not me. Enrique, you know he's into that.
I've never been, but I would love to at some point.
Yeah. The closest I did to that was go to like you know how New York City's full of hipsters, and in the lower the Lower East Side they got all those little theaters. So the closest thing I went to that was did to that is go to the Lower East Side for like a release, one of those
oh, that's dope.
one of those movies that don't hit the movies that released in those little theaters.
Man, you so spoiled, dog. You don't even know it.
Yo, but guess what movie it was?
You left that spot and it had everything.
No,
bro.
and guess what movie it was? I mean, I don't know the name of it. Y'all would all have to help me again, but it was a Bob Marley movie. I learned so much about Bob Marley in that fucking movie. It was crazy, man. Like, I didn't even know until that documentary / First of all, I didn't know he had that many women. And his first wife didn't look as good as his second wife. And, he had cancer in his fucking foot. And, like, he just went like 7-8 years with that shit, just smoking. Like, and when he went to the doctor, they like, yo, we gotta cut that shit. He like, nah, I like to play soccer. And he kept that cancerous foot. Like, yo, you learn so much shit. It's so weird. It's a lot. Yo, I ain't know. It was just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? But it was down there in Lower East Side, one of the movie theaters where if you park on the street, you probably gonna get a ticket or towed. Hipster shit.
Hipster.
Damn.
But chess. Let me go to these callers real quick. Word from the sponsors.
Let's do it.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/theboxingvoice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
And while you're doing that, also go ahead and smash that thumbs up button. We need to get it to 200 thumbs up. Also, while you're at it, pop, if you haven't, subscribe to the channel, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You already know what it is, man. It's TBV. We're going on to the callers. Big things to talk about. Shawn Porter, Top Rank. Let's get it popping. Callers. Who's first?
We going out to your worst nightmare, man.
I don't have a worst nightmare.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Red belt, black belt, WON green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people, now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
Good.
What
up? Y'all can hear me?
We hear you.
Cool. How everybody doing today?
Oh, man. Bless his greatness says.
Thankful. Doing well.
I ain't nothing like waking up in the morning, man. Yo, I don't even know what the topic is, if I'm being real. I just jumped on when y'all was talking about movies. I love movies. What was that? The Road? That's the dude with from Lord of the Rings and shit like that, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. That was good. It was good. It just I think it came out like the same year as Book of Eli with Denzel Washington and what's her name? Mila Kunis or something like that from that 70s show. So it was good, but it just seemed dry compared to that one. You know what I'm saying? But that's a good rewatch, man. But the Revenant, if you haven't seen that, that's that one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
Yeah, watch that, man. That's a good one. That's good, bro. And it got your boy Tom Hardy, who played Bane on that Batman movie. And
Tom Hardy, man, he's a beast of an actor.
Yeah,
too.
you know, yeah. It's a good, and he the bad guy in that one too. So if you ain't seen it, check that one out. The Porter thing, I don't know, man. That just sound like that PBC round robin working itself out again, where I don't even know if I could say clout chasing, man, but you know me, man. If you're gonna fight. Otherwise, I ain't trying to hear that. I mean, $2 million is a decent offer for, the times we in now, especially if it's just gonna be on regular ESPN. I mean, I could hear $3 million, but this is the start of the year.
Why would you take a pay-per-view fighter and put him on regular ESPN? I mean, is it?
Is he though?
I mean, why? Because he lost the belt. Because he lost the belt, he don't belong on pay-per-view.
Oh no! It's other than his fight with Errol Spence, who's the pay-per-view star. If we gonna put it like that,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You need a dance partner. He's a dance partner. Ain't Bud the fucking pound for pound star? Ain't he the king? Like,
but I'm saying, is it? Are they putting it on? Are they putting it on pay-per-view?
But why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't? That's what I'm saying.
I'm not saying they not, but
no. Listen to me.
ESPN. Hold on, for you get into it. ESPN has put all those fights on regular ESPN.
And
so
that's my argument, champ.
But if they doing pay-per-view, then yeah, I would say a bigger person.
They not, and that is my argument. That is my argument. My argument is why we gotta make concessions for these dudes. Earl did a pay-per-view during the fucking pandemic, and I just read the article. He had an excess of 16,000 people in attendance. He made over 18 million in pay-per-view revenue. Why the fuck won't we put Porter in? I thought Crawford was this big superstar. I
think you confused on what I'm saying.
I'm not
I
confusing
agree.
it.
It's a pay-per-view fight.
Stainless,
I agree with you. It's a pay-per-view worthy fight. I'm just saying what ESPN has been doing.
Energy, that's all. I'm not confused. I'm not saying that you disagree or don't agree. I'm asking you the same question I'm asking Top Rank and every other listener. Why is $2 million a good offer, and why are we putting this on regular ESPN? Why the fuck can't he do what Earl did?
Because
I
we not the
thought he
powers
was a
that be.
star.
We're not the powers that be. I don't think there's a caller that's going to argue that Crawford Porter is not a pay-per-view worthy fight.
It's
you
not.
know what I mean? But
oh shit! So you ain't paying for Porter Crawford?
no, that's what I'm saying. No one's going to argue that it's not a pay-per-view worthy fight. It is. It's definitely a pay-per-view worthy fight.
So then why is Top Rank out in the media saying we ain't sent a $2 million offer, but we can't afford to do this fight without fans? When Earl did this fight during the pandemic with fans, Earl did this fight with a fucking pay-per-view during the pandemic. So why they lying is all I'm saying. Like, we cannot keep allowing them to lie and get away with it.
Because in truth, man, we already know, man. They don't believe in their fighter, or they don't want to support him, especially if he on his way out the door.
All right, then. As long as we get to the truth, because we can't keep saying, oh, but Shawn ain't worth it. How the fuck he ain't worth it? He just did it.
Yeah, none of us are saying that. That's
no.
That.
There's definitely plenty people, man. Believe me, this topic originated from RICK Glaser and Bruce Trampler of Top Rank. Is on Twitter. There's comments, the chat, people that everybody want to be a financial advisor, and I guess so are we playing one. Everybody has to be on the same page, though, right? And we all can understand that Kell Brook is considered a welterweight that is done. And Shawn Porter is not considered that. So you gave that man $2 million. You gave him $2 million. Why can't we do, something more than that and put this on pay-per-view? And also, by the way, come to Florida or go to Texas and do some fans. Stop lying.
Ain't that also when negotiation is? I mean, ain't that what negotiation is? Are they supposed to upsell a guy from another network?
How you gonna negotiate if you in the media saying we can't even do this fight? No, you in the media saying we can't even do this fight.
Top Rank, bro. They always in the media saying stuff like that. That's what promoters do.
And all I'm doing is highlighting who is holding up these fights. That's all I'm doing is highlighting that.
I only got one comment left, you know what I'm saying? Because I got to get to work. I just got in here and we've been snowed in. So I got to make sure everything running. And if I got a boomerang, which I doubt, give it to somebody else. As I always say, please make sure you push the thumbs up. Share this in every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. And if you ain't on Patreon, that's because you're stupid. And shout out to El Camino.
Rue, I'm highlighting your comment because you're a member and because, I want to debunk your lies, right? So he says we pick and choose when to cover RICK Glaser. We not covering a RICK Glaser topic. We covering a Top Rank revealing that they've never sent an offer to Shawn Porter. Hence, debunking that Porter rejected an offer that started from the same person I say starts rumors. Now, he started a rumor, and the company he's trying to back directly told him, Rick, we never sent an offer. And then they told you, the fans, at the end of that comment, let me get to it, right? He says, we're several months from proposing it. Okay? Do we need to get get the Webster's Dictionary fucking definition of proposing it? You know what I mean? And they're saying their excuse is based off us not being able to have fans in attendance to help the fighters with their purses. Which is another lie because Earl is doing fans in attendance. Oh, Canelo's in Miami in next week. So, why are we allowing them to lie to us and then putting that negative energy and pushing the blame on Shawn Porter? Well, Shawn Porter turned it down. I can show you right here on his podcast. Shawn Porter is within his right to say, I'm not fighting for $2 million. But he never received an offer that says what he gets for the $2 million. Did it say, we got $2 million plus pay-per-view upside? Did it say $2 million in the fights on ESPN? Did it say $2 million?
But why do you keep asking that? There was no offer.
Exactly why they can't get mad that he rejected the thought of fighting for $2 million.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly why I don't want the energy pushed onto Porter as, Porter outpricing. No, there's no offer. There's no offer. The only proof we have here is that Top Rank doesn't believe in Crawford being able to do a pay-per-view during the pandemic and in a location where we can have fans just like Earl Spence Jr. That is the topic. That is what we need to uncover. If they say this man is worth 50-50, well, why the fuck he can't go out there and do what the fuck Earl is doing to earn his 50-50?
Shit, Ryan had fans, didn't he?
Everybody got fans. They still crying about no fucking fans. It's what I'm trying to tell you. They acting as if they know something we don't know. Everyone is doing fans except them. What are they waiting for?
I mean, look. Okay, let me ask you a question. Do you think Porter would deserve as much as Danny got versus Earl?
I don't know what Danny got versus Earl. What he got versus Earl?
I don't know. I was hoping you would be able to tell me. But I just mean, okay, before I look it up, just theoretically, is that the same kind of fight where you could see that kind of split? Like if you learned Danny got $2 million for Earl, would you think that was way too low, or you think that's about right?
I'm sure if Danny got $2 million for Earl, he got a back end check. I'm sure if Danny got $2 million for Earl, he got a percentage of the gate because he's a Puerto Rican fighter that sells out the Barkley, or not sells out, but sells big numbers.
You're right. But that's not the argument. What I'm saying is if his base pay was $2 million, right?
It would be the same argument that I got for Porter, that we wouldn't know what he needs to do for the two and what is attached to the two. Is there a pay-per-view upside? Was there a pay-per-view upside for Danny? His fight was on pay-per-view. Did he get some of the live gate because he brings in some of those fans?
I'm 90% sure Danny got pay-per-view upside. All right, at least I remember reading.
And if we're going off your hypothetical assumption that he got that, then yes, if they offer Porter the same thing Danny got, which was pay-per-view upside, which is the ability to make more money. If you sell X amount, you get X amount. So what does that do to the fighter? It helps them want to promote their fight, want to get pay-per-view sales. It makes them fight better. And for us, we get the best fight and the best. So yes, I don't see any issue with that. My issues are that Top Rank negotiates in the media, and they negotiate in the media poorly. You offered Danny $3 million flat. You said he wasn't worthy of a pay-per-view, and again, Earl proved you wrong. So my question is, why don't we just stop protecting Bob Arum and Top Rank and the way that they're handling Terence Crawford's career? It's not Crawford's fault. We get it, but we have to stop shifting the blame. It's not Porter's fault.
Listen, we just seen Teofimo just came out and is having struggles trying to get his pay. It's obviously Top Rank having a problem with putting on the fights for the fighters that they have who are doing big things, man. They're having a problem, and we got to get to the bottom of what it is, man. What is the issue with moving the fights in directions where other fighters are having big fights?
Let me time this guy out. James Hunt, when you don't know shit about boxing, you need to be quiet. You shouldn't. Everybody with a voice can't get the voice if they're spewing garbage, right? Because no one prefers pay-per-view fights, but I live in reality. I'm not a fucking moron like you living in a bubble, right? So I understand that sometimes that means the best fighting the best can't be on free TV. So you want me to sit here with my pom-poms and say that Shawn and Crawford should be on free TV and Shawn should accept a low ball offer so that it's free to us? That's not how boxing works. I understand the reality that I live in, so I'm not going to spew that dumbness. That's just stupidity,
Yo, we do have some super chats real quick. I want to go to Osiris MMA says maybe Shawn Porter should wait till this goes to purse bids and then Al can bid.
Yeah, that's the same thing Bob wants him to do.
But
and look, that's a double-sided compliment that I'll give Bob. Good promotion, bad promotion, right? Good promotion in the sense he doesn't believe in Crawford and he ain't going to overpay for a Crawford opponent, so he lets it go to purse bid. Bad promotion is he's letting the world know he doesn't believe in Crawford and he's letting it go to purse bid.
Yep. Absolutely. There's no other way to look at that other than that.
Like you telling me you could call your
Oh.
mandatory, because everybody forgets that they called Crab and Lobster before it was even called by the WBO. Now, they ain't trying to call Crab and Lobster, right? They letting it go to the WBO purse bid. Won't you pick up the phone and negotiate with Shawn? You know? You was able to negotiate with Crab and Lobster.
Let's go.
Super chat from Boston Jared says, can't tell if you're trolling or not, but Bud obviously isn't a draw. His promoter was out here saying he was losing money on his fights.
But why are we believing Bob when we see Bud sell out in Nebraska? And I'm pretty sure some Bud tenders could tell us how he sold good numbers in New York. Why are we believing him?
Because
wait, let me finish this last sentence. I'm sure we could pull up some ticket sales and show that he sells good tickets and that's a lie. And I guarantee we can pull up his viewership and show that he does great numbers. So that's a lie. It's Bob not wanting to pay to promote. He doesn't want to be a promoter. Like, why are we lying and blaming that negativity on Shawn and now Bud? Bud sells. When doesn't he sell? Show me the fight so I can Google it. Which fight don't you think he sold out? Please. Anyone, tell me. Which fight?
Listen, but going back to the question you asked, and I don't remember how you asked it, but here's the answer. The logic that somebody who has years of, decades of promoting experience, and this is his job, if he is in a situation where he knows that he can make X amount of dollars by making certain fights, why wouldn't he do it? Like, that's my holdup here. Is it's like, oh, well, he's holding this up or he's holding that up. But what for? Like, if he can make that money, if it's as simple as, well, let's put it on pay-per-view, everybody gets covered. I think that it goes back to the idea of promoting and what kind of take they get and what they expect to make from these fights. That's what you can't look up. That's what you can't know. That's the undefined X in the equation, is what they expect to make from it. What Top Rank, because who was the promoter for Spence, right? And then you go back to who's the promoter for a Crawford fight. Top Rank expects to make their end, and I don't know what that expectation is supposed to be. But that's my answer. Is why wouldn't he make money if he knows he could? I don't get that. And I don't know who could answer that.
No, what's gonna happen, Mario, is that Terence Crawford and everybody else at PBC that fight at 47 is gonna duck Terence because of the offer that he's offering, or the potential offer that he could be offering them is low, when they could get a bigger payday fighting somebody else on the PBC side. So how can you call that a duck, or you don't want to fight him? Like, I'm ducking your check because you're not putting no respect in the check.
Ken Stone with the super chat says, I wish Burchell Valdez was on HBO. At least is not being called by Brian Kenny. At least it's not being called by Brian Kenny. ESPN needs to put Max in the booth with Andre Ward. Joe Tess is okay.
Let me ask you guys
I like
something.
Joe Tessitore.
Let me ask you, what's the lowest number you think Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford does? Pay-per-views.
Pay-per-view?
Pay-per-views.
The lowest?
American television number, yes. We not talking about Bob still being able, because again, some of the bartenders or just TBV haters don't understand boxing. We're not talking about Bob selling the rice feeds in Mexico and to the UK and to all those other terrestrial locations. No, we're not talking about that. We're just talking about pay-per-view buys. How many you think, the lowest number you think Crawford Porter does?
175.
And you?
I'm gonna say 220.
All right, 220 and 175. So can we find a medium in between there? What do you think that is? Is it a 200?
Yeah, it's about 200.
200. So 200,000 is $16 million, right? Networks takes half, right? Cool. They have 8 million left. right? It cost them, in my mind, $9 million to make, right? We giving Bud $6 million to face Porter for $3 million on pay-per-view. They can still flop, and the endorsements and sponsored covered that. You understand? Because at 175, right? At 175 times the 80, you still got 14 million. So half of that is still 7. You understand? So now let's say they can say, Bud, look, you know we're losing money according to Bob, right? We can't give you 6 this time. Can we give you 5.5? Can we give you 4.5? Can we give you 3.5? Can we give you 4.8? Can we give you 4.9? Can we give you 5.2? Can we make this fight for you? Can we negotiate? Can we get some wiggle room? Actually, how about this, Bud? How about we give you $4 million guarantee, right? And we give Porter $3 million guarantee, and we write a contract with you that says you get $5 after every pay-per-view sold after 225,000, and we'll write another contract with Porter that says he'll get $2 every pay-per-view after every pay-per-view sold after 300,000. Can we do that instead of giving you all that money guaranteed up front? Is there a way we can work together, find a happy medium to get you the best name on your resume and a good U.S. pay-per-view, not named Victor Postal or Amir Khan?
That's the problem, Ness. That's the problem right there. That you wanted to uncover something. There it is. How do you expect them to negotiate with the opponents when you're trying to find a way to negotiate with your own fighter? That's the biggest problem, is the disconnect between Bob Arum and Terence Crawford, Top Rank and Terence Crawford, and it's borderline, disrespectful what's been said and what's taken place. Terence Crawford doesn't deserve it. At the same time, again, this is a question of who makes what. How much do you expect to make? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm promoting, right? I'm promoting, and I'm promoting Francis, and I'm saying, yo, Francis Ness, big fight. Gotta do it, right? Biggest fight I can make in my stable. But what do I expect to make from it? I'm good with making, 300, 400,000 when everybody else is making millions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what they expect to make. And this is my argument's not saying, oh, we got to make sure Top Rank is covered. That's not my argument at all. I'm saying they expect to get covered. So if we're looking for a reason why fights don't get made, I want to check what their end of it is.
Facts.
Or what they expected, I guess. Show Kid with a super chat says, Francis, Bob treats boxing like a sports gym. If he pay one fighter a lot, he feels like the next fighter going to want a big payday. Nothing new here.
Yo, let me ask you something, because I don't want to just time this dude out biasly, right? So,
okay.
So, do you know something about boxing, right? If you're saying PBC nut huggers, please pay Porter his worth, laugh out loud. Meanwhile, he's taking 1.2 versus Ugas in a title defense. Let me ask you a question here. Is Ugas Crawford?
No.
So that means Porter's the A side in the Ugas fight, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Porter's strong enough to be an A side with Ugas, but Crawford is the A side to Porter, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So the dynamic of those two should be greater, right, mathematically, than Ugas and Porter, or am I wrong?
Yeah, because if Porter was the A-side against Ugas, he would raise the profile of the fight with Terence Crawford being the A-side in their fight.
Okay. I just didn't want to biasly time someone out. I just don't want them, tainting the minds of our casual fans out there that don't really know much about boxing, right? So, you should not do that. You should not do that. You know what I mean? If Porter's getting 1.2 for Ugas, you are making our argument that $2 million is disrespectful. You understand what I'm saying? You're making our argument. But again, there is still the argument out there that Porter doesn't have a belt, hence not being worth more than $2 million in some people's eyes. I just believe that it's a very lucrative fight. If they can do 300,000 pay-per-views, they're like doing perfect. Like 300,000 times the 80 is 24 milli. You divide that by 2 to the networks, they get 12. They could cover the 9, and there's mad money on the back end to give. If you sold pay-per-views for the promoter, there's millions of dollars there. So again, don't fall for the bullshit that this fight can't happen. I mean, Porter did it.
Yo, shout out.
Porter
I like this comment. I like this comment, man. Shout out to Fred the Boss. Some of you guys think you guys want us to believe Crawford gonna get a Pac-Man fight. Meanwhile, they can't even pay Porter a couple million. It's sad when your most notable fight is Gamboa, who we give Devin Haney shit for. You guys agree with that? How can we talk about
he's taking it out
fight?
of context, because I give Devin Haney shit for not knocking him out. Not like it was still a good opponent. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Gamboa went 12 with Tank. He got knocked out in the 12th.
Yeah, but what he's saying is that you guys, how are we gonna get a Pac-Man fight?
I hear him, man.
Well, but wait, so wait, the point was, how do we get a Pac-Man fight if we can't even get a Porter fight?
If you can't pay Porter a couple million.
Okay, so with the Pac-Man deal, that's mostly the idea was foreign money, right? They wanted an Abu Dhabi site fee type of thing going, and also in a situation where they can not control, but they can at least guarantee some sort of fan attendance, right? Those were the plot points that I've read, from the writers that have covered the Pac Crawford saga. So it's not about seeing that. Crawford's the B side. So you got to understand that's a different dynamic. You can't say, oh, well, if they can't make a Porter fight, how do they make a Pacquiao fight? No, the question is, how do they make a Crawford fight? Because Pacquiao's A side in that. Pacquiao's got to get what he's got to get in that situation. And again, that goes back to the whole Crawford thing. Like, who's got to get what? What does Bob have to get? What does Top Rank have to get? What does Crawford have to get? What does Shawn have to get? All those questions go in, and again, they're not like, look, the bottom line is this, okay? Does Shawn Porter, Terence Crawford do more money next month, or do they do it next year, assuming fans are back in attendance next year? Next year, right? Obviously. So again, it goes back to the idea that Top Rank's not in the business of making fights for fans. They're in the fight business. They're in the business of making money from the fights. So if somebody says, yo, Mario, write this article, I give you $200, or you can wait 8 months, 9 months, and then I'll pay you $1,000.
Maybe
I'm gonna be like, whoa. Okay, maybe yes, maybe based off the fact that it's still a waiting game. Not maybe in the sense that if things clear up, you might make money, you might not. No, when things clear up, you make more money. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's all about for them. Is like, yo, we could put Shawn Porter and Terence Crawford together. That's a huge fight. That's probably one of the biggest fights we can get. Terence Crawford, our star. Do we want to make one of our biggest fights with one of our biggest stars at a time when we're going to have to squeeze every pay-per-view buy to pay out everybody and, break even maybe? I don't know what Top Rank expects to make from these fights. I feel like
I don't
I
either.
Lost the thing, but
no, you good. No, you said it perfect, man. Who we got next? We had the callers, no?
Yeah. We got a few people on blog. Oh, another person jumped on Blog Talk.
We get there. Any more super chats that we missed?
Oh, good call. Shoot, I thought I saw one, but let me make sure. Ignorant Boxing said Porter versus Crawford pay-per-view buys prediction 1 to 200,000. Yeah, I think that's fair. Somewhere I said 175. That's probably, like, again, the question wasn't what do they do, and that's not my prediction. It's what's the lowest. 175 might be a little high. 150 probably somewhere, but I don't expect it to do that. I expect it to do better than that. So that was the last super chat there that we hadn't read. Let me go find this number. Champy, who is
ready?
next
Brandon,
on the line?
Cincinnati.
Hey, whole nother time zone. Jumped up from back with our mind on. Can't play when you here, get your life stole. If you bring it here, then the price grow. Folks jabbing and punching the line long. I drop a pigeon, let 9 go. We slap with the fake glass and white go. This only happens in Ohio.
Yo, what's up, Next? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on yesterday. Hey, man, let's have a conversation, good brother. If I go over, just build me for a counter punch. You know I'm good for it. But let's say you were Bob Arum, Ness. What do you think Shawn Porter deserves? $2 million's too low.
I told
What
you
would
already.
do?
I told you. I think a happy medium is for them to sit down and talk to both. Say, look, Shawn, we could give you $3 million, and after you sell 300,000, we'll give you X amount of dollars, pay-per-view upside. Look, Crawford, you know, times are tight. We can't give you this upfront 6.5, 5.5 guarantee. Take this 4.5 guarantee, and we'll give you pay-per-view upside after 225,000 pay-per-views. Every pay-per-view you sell after that, we'll give you X amount of dollars. But help us make this fight. Help us help you get the biggest opponent on your resume.
Okay, so basically you saying, like I said, so Shawn Porter gets a pay increase in his guarantee money, and Bud gets a pay decrease because he's made 5.5 in guarantees. We don't know if Porter's ever made 3 in guarantees.
Yeah. So we can move on. Terence is gonna do exactly what Floyd did and take less money to make a statement, to get some notoriety and popularity, so people could stop saying that the biggest name on his resume is a featherweight. Like, yeah. Could we move on? What else you got?
Yes. So once again, we telling Bud to take a pay decrease for Shawn Porter when Floyd took a pay decrease from a guy that just did $1.4 million in Oscar De La Hoya.
No, we telling Bud to negotiate with Bob Arum, who is saying he don't have the money to pay Porter. So because of that, we giving Terence options to give Bob to try and still make this fight. We're not telling Terence to take a pay cut. We giving them an option versus Bob's option that is, we can't make that fight right now. We ain't even pursuing it right now. You know what I'm saying? That's all we saying. Do you want us not to pursue it?
No, man. I just find it funny. As Bud's the only A side, we ask him to take pay cuts, whereas opponents get a pay increase.
You said you wanted to have a conversation. You called them an A side, and we trying to respect them as that. But now you asked me. You said that I find it funny we asking an A side to take less money. Why don't you tell me another A side that can't get a fight?
He can get fights. He can fight chicken nuggets.
No. Come on, Brandon. You said we were. Brandon, listen to me. Let me finish. You said we were having a conversation. Don't make it a joke. Name another A side that can't get a fight.
What do you mean by can't get a fight? He can fight Ronald McDonald tomorrow and he's going to make a guarantee.
Brother, again, I'm asking you to be an adult. You know exactly what I mean. We ain't been doing shows for 3 years on Bud Crawford for nothing, man. So please, again, I ask you, name another A side that can't get a fight.
And again, like I said, Bill me. That's your opinion that he can't get a fight. He's going to fight. Brother, he can fight.
Brother,
he can fight.
Brother.
If you fought Mean Machine tomorrow, what would his guarantee be? Minimum.
Let me ask you, what is his minimum? What is his minimum? I asked you, what's his minimum? You ain't win no count, huh?
Against Cain Velasquez, the minimum was $4 million, plus he got an extra $1 million because they had to pay him because they couldn't make the Earl fight. So he made $5 million against Mean Machine. So if he fights him again, his guaranteed minimum is $4 million.
So let me ask you.
Let me ask you. How many fighters get a guaranteed $4 million? Okay. Go ahead.
So you saying that you rather see Mean Machine again?
Are we talking about what I want as a fan, or are we talking business? Now we switching the goalposts.
Oh, we never switched the goalposts. We keep it. No, we were having a real conversation. So Mario, don't be tag teaming.
Nah, he. I mean, but that's the. But
we said we're gonna have a real conversation. So now, why isn't it? It's not real. Like
because
am I not? Hold on, because you getting involved. Am I not doing business because I want the Porter Crawford fight, or am I doing business because I like a fucking business show? No, so don't try to flip it. There's no.
But you keep talking from Nestor Gibbs's point of view.
What do you mean?
All I'm gonna say is this before I get off here. All I'm gonna say is before I get off here. I respect Amir Khan because Amir Khan made $7 million versus Bud, got his ass kicked, and was able to go to the desert after getting his ass kicked and make another $7 million. All I'm gonna say is this, Porter. If you think $2 million is low, that's fine, that's fair. Just don't let me see you take a fight where it says that you made less than $2 million or $2 million and didn't make more than $2 million, since $2 million is a low ball order. I don't want to see you fight Castillo Clayton after you said $2 million is low and your guarantee is 1.5 on a non-pay-per-view fight. Man, that's all I'm gonna say.
I gotta let you go, man. Cut it.
They don't. You know what, Nats? Hold on. Before you say that, I just want to say they, for me, from my standpoint, they don't understand, and now I understand.
They don't, man.
There's levels to boxing, man. There's levels to this shit, man. And it was just a level up. You not understand the difference in level up from opponents.
Nope.
And clearly understand that now.
He just put it back to the Ugas level. He said, "Don't let me see you take another fight." Motherfucker, Castillo Clayton ain't Crawford. What don't you get? What don't you get, man? Like, I don't get y'all. Y'all tripping. It's so like, and that's what I'm saying. How you gonna lead off? Let's have a conversation, but then you don't want to live in reality. Talking about, I mean, is we doing business or are we a fan? Motherfucker, we only doing business because your fucking fighter and his team don't want to get fights done. We trying to find scenarios for their ass. It ain't hard for Porter to get a fight. You know, then he don't want to live in reality. Like, bro, answer the question. Your man's such an A-side. Where the other A-side that can't get a fight? Mikey can fight whoever the fuck he want. Earl can fight whoever the fuck he want. Canelo fight whoever he want. AJ fight who he want. You know, Wilder, for depending on who he want, can fight who he want. You know what I'm saying? Stop it, man. We know what an A-side is and what it's not, man. Like, your man is the A-side in this fight. And let him be. Make the fight. Make the fight, man. You talking about, oh, well, why would he do that when he could fight Cav Velasquez? What the fuck?
That's the point. That's the point we talking about,
and that's when I see, you jumped out the bubble of having a realistic conversation. You going back to Cav Velasquez. He want to watch that again.
Can I add a thought real quick?
Just so his favorite fighter he made $4 million plus $1 million because they couldn't make the Earl fight. Where else he gonna get that? Again, is you living inside the limp balls in his pocket, or is you a fucking boxing fan?
Yo, can I tell you something? You might know more about this than me.
Terrible, man. They terrible, bro.
I just want to know from my standpoint, like, this is how I see it. I see it like the contract that Terence Crawford has at Top Rank, almost Top Rank feels like they're in a headlock. Like, if they don't make a big fight, you know what I'm saying, Mario, that they got to shell out some dough to Terence Crawford. So whether or not he fights a big fight or not, he gonna make the same money. So for them, it's like, I don't really care. I'll just put you in there, whoever. Like, I'm not gonna overpay what I'm already gonna pay you. You know what I'm saying? Because he has those clauses in his contract. You guys understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So if your promoter don't really believe in you, because he feels like the contract that they signed right now is more in your favor than theirs, why should they do their best to give you the best opponents? That's how I see it.
I hear you, man. Let's go to Mr. PBC.
Mr. PBC, baby.
BoxingVoice.com.
I'm the flyest. Canelo talking about he believe he can win. Go to my kitchen. Get the sharpest knife and cut the bullshit up. I don't care what you do good. I do every fucking thing great.
Mr. PBC, baby.
Yo, what's good, everybody? This Bud stuff and Crawford stuff's kind of getting old. I've noticed that Crawford's gotten a lot of opportunities, but he doesn't want to take them. Hey, if he gets to Manny Pacquiao, congrats. But I just want to see what's up. I mean, you're gonna turn down all the way, Shawn Porter, and then move to the Manny Pacquiao? What is it? I never really seen Shawn Porter have struggles making a fight. But that's my call, man. TBV.
All right. So Mario, can you help me find what Danny made for the Earl fight? Because I'm only finding one source, and
I was looking earlier, to be honest with you, because when I asked you that question, I was trying to find it.
Jump on this source. I'm gonna be real. This spot is called like sports ekz.com. They've been really doing a big job of gathering purses for the boxing, but they aren't as reputable as like a Forbes or Athletic or LA Times or something like that.
But how fast did they turn out these informations, though? As fast as that site, or what? Like Forbes usually take a little bit of time before they turn out the purses, right?
I'm just saying, man, if somebody can help, because I don't want to only go with this one source, because this one, okay, here we go. Here goes another one. Sporting News is saying, is this, I got to make sure it's the right Garcia. He fought 2 Garcias now, man. That's the other issue. Because the one I found, that's a good deal. I don't even want to announce what they saying Danny got without getting a secondary source. So I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna go to Info Joe. Talk to us,
Mr. Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
The truth, Joe. Tell them the truth. Good morning, TBV. What's up?
What up,
Francis? What up, Mario? What up, Ness? Hey, do I still have that Jordan Baker boomerang?
Jordan Baker, yeah.
Yeah, let me burn for a minute. First, man, prayers in the air for everybody in Texas. I hope everything, man, works out for y'all, man. I know they doing bad down here in Texas, man. Yo, I think that Crawford would do the same pay-per-view numbers as Spence if they fought the same fighters. I do think that $3 million is good for Porter. Man, something wrong with Top Rank, man, because even if Teofimo has to go to purse bid for Cambroso, something is just wrong, man. I don't know what they got for the budget for this year, but Crawford needs Porter right about now, especially if he can't get the Pac fight. So I think it is a pay-per-view worthy fight. Hope it happens. Shout out to everybody in the Pick'em League. Put me down for Josh Kelly, Gabriel Flores, Miguel Burchell, Broner, Easter. I'm picking Fedora over Isaac Chilemba. Shout out to the boxing guys, man. We got some good fights this weekend. I hope y'all doing a fight chat for tomorrow, man. Hope you picked the right fight. For sure, do the Miguel Burchell one, man. Mario,
who you
stay
picking
on this
between
about
Otto
that.
and Brazil?
I'm going with Otto Wallen, man. I don't know about what Brazil got left in him right now. Far as the interview this morning, great interview, man. I think the dude should be called, what was he called? The Black Lion? He want to change his name, make him the Crushing Russian. Some shit like that, though. What else? I'm looking forward to Border Wars. Ness, I'm bringing out my chessboard like a sword. I'm slaying everybody in the house. So get your game tight and right. Shout out to all the Border Wars fighters, man, and everybody have a blessed, no stress day. I think that's it. Did I cover everything? That was all it for the day, right? Yo.
Yeah,
pretty much, man. Okay.
Who else did I didn't pick? I think that was it. Falcoa. Put me down for that dude too, man. But I'm looking forward to Mortal Wars, man. That's all I got, champs. Everybody have a blessed, no stress day. Peace.
All right. What up? None of y'all ain't find nothing? None of y'all ain't find nothing still? Yo, what's up,
I mean,
man?
I found two things that couldn't be more further apart in terms of.
Why?
I found one that was 5 million. I found one that was 1.5 million. So, man, your guess is as good as mine at this point.
Who's saying 5 million?
Let me see. It was Cash Flow Sports.
Because I think the 5 is coming.
And Total Sport.
I think
Total
the 5.
Sport.
I think the 5 is coming from the pay-per-view share, right? Like the source I found.
It says Danny Garcia guaranteed 5 million from the fight plus a share of pay-per-view revenue.
Yeah,
so
I don't think he was guaranteed 5. I think.
Yeah, that's hard to believe.
I mean, the other source is saying Danny was guaranteed 1. And then he got 40% of the revenue share, which makes sense. More than getting guaranteed 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I can see him getting 5. I can see him getting guaranteed 5.
Nah.
5 euro? Yeah,
that's a lot, man.
Yeah, I could.
You talking about a fight?
I don't know. Trey Miller saying Danny got 5 million and Earl got 8 guaranteed. I know I could find that that Mikey Garcia got 3 million and Earl got 8 million, but that they both got revenue share. You know, so I don't know. It's a lot of conflicting reports. You know, but right here on Sporting News, they have Porter making 2 million. Versus Earl, they both getting 2 million, or were getting 2 million, but they both were supposed to get pay-per-view upside, right? It says that, you know, each are getting 2 million with a percentage of the pay-per-view buys. And then it says for Danny that Earl got a guaranteed 8 career high, where Mikey got 3, and they both split pay-per-view upside. And it says, you know, Spence also made a disclosed 1.2 million, so obviously it was more for that, and he also made a disclosed 1.2 million for the Brook fight, and that, you know, Porter's career high outside of the Spence fight was the Ugas fight for 1.25, and this is all from the same source, you know, but I can't really find anything on this site for the Danny fight with Earl, which would have been good. Moving to James, you rocking out or just listening? What up?
Man, yeah, man. I just put in that article from Cash Flow Sports in the chat, man, and it's not that hard to believe that Danny probably got 5, man.
I mean, but who's Cash Flow Sports though?
I don't know, man.
Exactly.
I have no clue. I'm gonna still probably look for some more articles, but it's not that hard to believe, though, man. He's a much bigger draw than Porter. The whole all Puerto Rico supported him. I mean, you know, I can see it, you know, but I do believe that the network probably did lose money on the event, you know.
I can see it too, but I think it's a little high, man.
Yeah, I believe that. I definitely agree with you on that.
Because he didn't even have a belt, man, but I get it. Yo, if he got 5, that just goes to show that Bob was playing him with a 3 million flat.
Yeah, absolutely.
He got 5, no belt. Damn.
So, you know, at least if, you know, if Bob actually comes to Porter and offers him at least 3.5 or whatever, I believe they'll make the fight.
I think you ain't even got to offer 3.5, man. You offer him, you know, 2.5, 3 million, and then the pay-per-view upside. He been getting it, man. Like,
but
everybody eating.
You think he's really going to do 175K buys? He ain't no name like Danny. Danny and Earl did 250,000.
I hear you, man, but Porter versus Crawford.
I don't know, man.
Porter versus Crawford is bigger than Earl versus Porter.
I guess, man. Anyways, man, you know, if it happens,
Earl
buy
versus
it,
Brook. Earl versus Brook wasn't bigger than Crawford versus Brook. Who did more numbers? Who did more numbers? I don't remember, right?
I don't remember.
Isn't Crawford like some viewership king? He always doing like close to 3 million.
Yo, Ness, I'm not even gonna. You know what, man? I just hope Crawford get a decent fight this year, man. That's it, man.
I mean, y'all think I'm trolling, but I'm pretty sure if one of these bartenders come on, they're gonna be like, "Yo, he did almost 3 million versus so and so, and he did 2 point something versus so and so." Like, he do good numbers. That's what I'm saying. When Bob says this ain't a pay-per-view fight, why? He consistently does over 2 million views on ESPN, and he can sell out in multiple locations. I don't understand how this isn't a pay-per-view. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. Porter was a good enough B-side for Earl. Why ain't he a good enough B-side for Crawford to do on pay-per-view? The fact that they're saying, oh, we can't do this fight, you know, and they're also saying we can't do this fight without fans. So why is Earl doing it with fans? Earl did it with fans. Like, oh, man, y'all giving these dudes too many passes, man. Too many passes. Keem, Florida, you available?
There's nothing in the sponge for Izzy. He ain't got nothing in there. Where the team at? Oh, we got J-Mac giving excellent instructions over there to Keem the Dream. Your winner by unanimous decision is Keem the Dream.
Yo, can I hear me?
We hear you.
Yo, what up?
What up? Good morning. Yo, Ness, did you get to listen to them clips I sent you from the Porterway podcast?
I am gonna play it.
All right, yeah, cause but I listen to Porter's podcast. I like Porter's podcast. If you like boxing, check it out. He's always got good insight. But yeah, he said this a month ago, man, or maybe more than a month ago. I remember listening to it. That $1 million wasn't enough, 2 million wouldn't be enough, and I thought 2 million would be enough. Even though he said that, I thought maybe he was just talking a little bit of shit because he was mad. That was at the time that Bob came out saying, "Oh, I'll give him $1 million." I think he was a little mad. But I thought at least at that time that's why he was saying, "Oh, 1 million enough and 2 million enough." But in them clips, he says a lot of the same things that were being said today about like how could you pay Kell Brook 2 million and tell me I'm not worth 2 or more? You can't tell me that that's a better fight, that's a better matchup, that's a better fanfare or fan attraction than a Porter Crawford fight would be. He talks about being in the business a long time and knowing what he's made, and the people out there don't know how much money he's actually made and what he gets paid. So I was a little shocked that he turned that into 2 million because, like I said, I thought some of that was just him being mad and talking shit, but I guess he wasn't. I guess he was dead serious, and if he turned down $2 million, he knows what he's getting paid, man. But yeah, I'm still kind of mad about it. I mean, I feel like Porter should have took the 2 million and made the fight, man. But I can't tell another man what he deserves to get paid. So it is what it is. Hopefully Crawford gets the Pacquiao fight because I want to see Crawford in a big fight. I want to see him in a good fight, a tough fight. He needs it, man. He needs it, and he's got the skill to beat anybody. So why not put him in there with everybody? But yeah, that's all I got, man. Appreciate y'all.
Man, Porter's legacy is cemented, man. He got the second best welterweight second best resume of any active welterweight right now, including Pacquiao, man. Like, he's second in resume, man. He fought everybody and is always willing. There's very little that takes Porter not to want to fight you, man. Like, it's easy to make it done. CYP, what up? CYP. CYP. Stone Bone.
There goes CYP.
CYP. Stone Bone? Stone Bone, what up?
What up? Hold on, y'all hear me?
We hear you now.
Who going first?
Go ahead. You was up first.
All right, cool. Anyway, I was trying to tell y'all, PBC fighters don't get paid the same as the Zone. The Zone don't get paid the same as HBO, and ESPN is not in that mix. If this fight was a PBC fight, Shawn Porter would not get paid $2 million. He'd get paid more. It's not a PBC fight, but that is why Bob is telling you, if have it go to purse bid and then Al can buy the fight. He's telling you the truth. He knows that at PBC, them welterweights get paid more, but you ain't getting that over here. Go over there. Go over there. He's not stopping it. He never said that Bud cannot fight Shawn over there on PBC. Do it. Buy the fight, dog. Pay these dudes what they usually get paid. Other than that, you're just talking to run your mouth and you're not making any sense. It's not happening on ESPN. It's the same thing that happened with that's happening with Porter and my man Bob. It's the same thing that happened with you and Mike. We thought Mike was valuable. We thought TBV could afford Mike. Ness, the man with the money, said no, we can't. We had to understand where Ness was coming from. Mike had to go do his own thing. It's the same thing here. Porter, we believe in you. Yes, we value you. But this man said they can't afford you. So take your ass over there. CYP out.
But CYP, I don't know. I'm just lost. So you're saying, what is your argument? Just so I'm clear, what are you arguing or debating? Sorry.
My guy, this is simple. I thought I explained it. Just because certain fighters get paid a certain amount of money on one network doesn't mean that when you go to another one, they're going to pay you the same. PBC fighters always get paid extremely well. Everybody knows that. But we also know ESPN is penny pinchers. So if the fight's going to be on ESPN, stop crying. Take that shit to PBC like Bob Arum is saying. He's saying, let it go to purse bid, then you guys could pay the fighters. He's telling you. He's never saying that Shawn Porter's not worth that. He's saying he's not paying them that on ESPN. I ain't paying that. Go over there. This is not a disrespect to Shawn Porter. PBC fighters have been getting paid. The Zone fighters stay getting paid. But I can guarantee you, Triple G ain't getting no $10 million on no fucking HBO. We're getting it at the Zone. So go to the Zone. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Stone Bone.
What up, man? Long time no see, man. Long time no see. Yeah, man. Y'all woke me up today, man. I come back in from my run and I hear this. Hey, but I'm glad you brought up the numbers, Ness. How much did you say he made for? Listen, Trey, my guy, but no way Danny made $5 million off that fight. Not a guarantee. You did a show about the numbers, right? You did the show about Earl Spence ticket sales and paper. So Danny made $3 million more than the gate revenue for that fight. Stop it. You know what I mean? So if it did the pay-per-view numbers, if you break that in half after the network, so you telling me Danny Garcia got 60% of the revenue there. If he got $5 million on a $2 million.
It's reporting that he made 40. So there's only two reports. One, he made 5, or the other that he made 1.5 plus 40% of the revenue.
I believe that. That sounds right, don't it?
But that's still, don't it add up to that? 40% of the pay-per-view revenue. They sold.
All right.
How many did they sell? 250. Let's go with the rough math.
Yeah, 250, 80. So 816.
That's 20. You got to divide the 2.
10.
So you're talking about
break
10. And then he pulled out another 4 out of that 10, which gives them 5. So the report sounds true. You got just hear me out.
I agree with that.
But hear me out.
I agree with that.
I just want the listeners
Those numbers sound legit.
I just want the listeners to hear what I'm saying. There's 2 reports out in the internet. One is that he got $5 million. The other is that he got 1.5 plus 40% upside. If you do the 40% math, it's still $5 million.
Yeah, but the other one say he got 5 guaranteed plus the 40%. That's what the other one said, though. So that was saying he make $10 million. That's what I'm saying. I believe the first one, the 1.5 guarantee, and you negotiate. That's what Bob Arum said in that interview that's so infamous that everybody is discussing. He said, "Hey, we can pay you more than we can pay you $2 million and do an upside deal." That was what Bob Arum said. He never said, "Hey, we can't never do the fight." He said we can pay you this and do an upside deal, which is he got $2 million to fight Earl with a belt in a sold out arena. He's saying, look, we can't do the normal sold out. We can get a venue that'll give us a capacity. They already talking about Vegas. Nobody, I don't even think people really listen to the interviews or read the articles. They talking about locations of possibly doing it in Vegas where they talked to he said the mayor of Las Vegas, and they talking about being able to do a 60% capacity. So they aiming to do the fight in Vegas. And he gave a date and everywhere that they aiming for. So people need to go back and read that article and to give them a little more insight. Son, you got $2 million guaranteed for Earl. You should do like a 1.75 guarantee for Bud and an upside deal. Get yourself $3-4 million and get it done. We don't want to hear this $2 million is low when it's your biggest on paper, your biggest guarantee on paper. We talking about his guarantee. We ain't talking about what he gonna make total. We're only talking about his guarantee. His biggest.
I gave you like 4 minutes, man. Let me play Porter's words, right? Because they still gonna say he's lying, you know, and that's the saddest thing.
Let's hear from the horse's mouth.
$1 million is a lot of money. However, when I've been in this sport, as long as I've been in it, and I've been able to make the money that I've been able to make, I understand the business of boxing at this point, and understand that to even begin negotiations at $2 million is an insult.
So, you know, it's how he feels, and it's like he said there. I'm in this business. I know what I'm making. You know, that's specifically for the Top Rank fans that are Bud fans that continue to say, oh, well, on paper, and they love to emphasize the word or the phrase on paper because that's where they know it ends at, man. Like, again, just to assume that that's all that they're getting for all these years, when there's been conflicting reports of that consistently not from what people like to call PBC shells either, right? Like from the PBC detractors, from the people that didn't believe in PBC. These were the reporters saying over and over that PBC fighters are getting money outside of what's on paper, right?
Listen, let me tell you.
And that's why Bob Arum was saying that Heyman was overpaying, right? So, I mean,
he's always been saying he's overpaying, and that's why
it's pretty easy, man, to see.
And that's why, for me, that little short clip that you just played, what I got from what Shawn Porter said is that we all in the same business. And you know it's an insult. Forget whatever. You know it's an insult to offer me that because we all in the same business and everybody, you know, me seeing transfers information, share information. Information gets out. You know what I mean? You got to report certain things. You know what it is, Bob. Stop playing.
Yeah, man. But that is everybody except for Coach Midday that just jumped on. You going on, Midday? Midday?
Coach Midday.
You avail? No availability for Middy. No availability for Middy. All right. So we got Natural Wiz. Talk to me.
Wiz.
Yo, Bob's just doing what Bob does. And it's funny how everybody gets a little sensitive. Well, not everybody. When T-Bud gets, brought up. But, yeah, Shawn Porter, but you were right earlier on I'm not too sure how many pay-per-views Top Rank has done, but PBC been just pumping them out. And I figured that if Top Rank is on ESPN, like, why don't they follow UFC? Like, follow off of that. Like, I don't know. But it's like Bob's acting like he got no money. But, yeah, like, that's my call, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Wiz, how that snow out there in Hamilton for you, man?
Well, call me Frosty. Call me Frosty the Snowman right now.
We getting it dumped on right now. Stay safe, bro. Just watching the snow fall through the wind. Just watching it fall. Jeez. Love it.
Yo, you ever had a dude tell you, yo, you should be telling me when to check my email if you send me an email? Yo, I swear, guys, like, yo, people don't like to take responsibility. It's so fucking sad. What the fuck, man? Check your email. Like, I gotta tell you I sent you an email? What the fuck? crazy, bro. Brotherhood, talk to me, Colorado.
Yeah, man. You say Danny Garcia was offered $3 million plus pay-per-view upside, right? Now, when he was offered that at the time, he was just coming off a loss to who? The same person we talking about, Shawn Porter. That's crazy, right? So he didn't have a belt, and he was coming off a loss to Porter. Now we know Porter and Spence sold more pay-per-views than Spence and Danny Garcia did. So obviously, Shawn Porter is the bigger draw. And we also know Crawford himself said he not taking no pay cut in the pandemic. So why the hell should he expect Shawn Porter to take a pay cut in the pandemic? Let's be fair. So if you offering somebody that's a smaller draw than you $3 million plus pay-per-view upside, then damn right, Shawn Porter, that's an insult to Shawn Porter, bro. Give him $3 million, or at least give him what you was trying to give Danny Garcia a few years ago, since you want to give it to him 2 years ago coming off a loss to the same man we talking about. You feel me? It only makes sense to me.
I hear you. The sad part is that when they offered Danny that $3 million flat, these same fans defended that offer, said Danny wasn't worth it. They said, yo, he should negotiate. They found ways to make that okay. And now we find out that Danny made more than that without a fucking belt. It's just like, yo, man, stop defending Bob. You could still love Bud without defending Bob in Top Rank, man. Hawk, Maryland.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What up?
Ain't too much. I damn near forgot, but the Shawn Porter deal, yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, what's I to say? Top Rank ain't trying to give him the money. That's what he's saying.
Basically.
Yes.
He's basically saying
okay.
he won't fight for $2 million.
Exactly.
Oh, he won't fight for $2 million. Oh, okay, yeah, he's been getting paid some good money, so man, yeah, I gotta beat Shawn Porter anyway. But I see that I thought Adrian Broner was in shape. Adrian Broner coming in at 146. They're moving to a welterweight fight now.
Yep, we talked about it last night on the Flagship Thursday show where we made our predictions.
Oh, I missed it. Okay, dang.
No problem.
All right. Well, I missed it. Well, good.
Every day, man. Every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, and Sunday. Those are our flagship shows. On Thursday, you can call in and give us your prediction. And on Sunday, you can call in and celebrate if you were right. We're going out to Amin in Essex. Did we not go to you?
Nah, not Amin.
Just like the king is what I mean. The king is what I mean.
Yo, Ness, I gotta go back. First, shout out to everybody, but I gotta go back to remember a couple nights ago, Enrique? You know what I'm saying? He was dropping some jewels, man, talking about the principle of it. Like, it's different. Everybody's different. Like, some people wouldn't buy their nephew Jordans. They say, I don't buy my own kids Jordans. I ain't buying my nephew Jordans. Like, Bob Arum don't buy Terence Crawford Jordans. So he's not going to buy Shawn Porter no Jordans, bro. You know what I mean? And by the way, I think one thing people need to remember as far as Shawn Porter, I can't tell him, his worth, but I think he's made his value on being the guy that fights the guy that they say is the top guy. So that's why he stepped in there with Danny. He stepped in there with Thurman. He stepped in there with Spence. To me, again, I can't say what the dollar amount is, but you kind of supposed to step in there with Crawford because that's what you. Maybe you at the point in your career where you don't have to do those things. But to me, it's like again, the dollar amount. If it's $2 million flat and it's nothing, that's what you get when you go to the other side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't gonna take care of you like some people get taken care of. So. And that's the business part of it as we have to discuss. But, in an ideal world, Porter would just be like, I do this all day. That's what I do. I'll step up and fight everybody, so.
And that's exactly how it went down. They like, oh, you know, Bud can't get a fight. Bud can't get a fight. His own friends on his podcast that been his friends always like, yo, you should fight Bud. Oh, why? He can't. Oh, nobody want. I'll fight him. But I ain't about to give you this fight for free. You know what I bring to the table. And that's what he's saying. Like, I'm not about to fold like Kell Brook did. I'm going to give you a fight for television.
Yep. And I need to get paid for it, man. I need the respect to be in the check.
Davidian, Buffalo Falls.
Hey, was good, TBV. Was good, Francis.
What up?
Mario,
What up?
What's happening?
That's Heyman. Great show. I love the show earlier, like about the movies and stuff. But man, I don't know. But I don't know. I guess people need to have their eyes on Top Rank and Bob. You know, all eyes should be on Bob, and he answers questions, but I'd be questioning, is he telling the truth? I don't know. I don't know. Something not right. I feel like he needs to pay, like open your piggy bank and your heart and start, pay people. I get it. It's, pandemic, but I don't know. I'd be feeling like he bullshitting, but, I can't prove that, but it seems like that. I don't know. I feel like that's a good fight, like a pay-per-view fight.
We all
that's
see
a fight
that.
I'd pay for.
Exactly.
I'd pay for that.
Exactly.
It's different than because when I seen him fight, whatever his name was, Mir Khan, I was like, I'm not paying for that, because I already know that Bud gonna beat Mir Khan. Like, Cinnamon, destroyed Mir Khan. He put him in the grave. Cut it.
Ohio runs boxing. Marcus, what up?
What's good, guys? Great show today, man. I ain't gonna be long, but Ness, earlier one of the callers, man, you threw an underhand pitch question, and he still couldn't hit it. You was talking about what A side can't get fights, and he could not even interpret what you were trying to say. It was dawning on me. It's like when these guys speak off the emotions, logic disappears. Like, that was an underhand question. But just all this all together, man, at the end of the day, Top Rank got to take accountability. Shawn Porter stock has risen. Shawn don't need Crawford. Crawford needs Shawn. So guess what, Crawford? You got to impress. You got to go get him. You don't have to impress hood rats. It's easy. You don't have to. We can get them. But the chick you want, that can get you to the next level, you got to impress her. That's my call. I'm out.
Ohio runs boxing.
Said, man. Well said. I got to jump in and say that. Well said, man. Shout out to Ohio runs boxing.
Oh, yeah, man. Let me get to some of these super chats here. We got Big Super Mex that says, we've got to factor in Porter's growing popularity. He's becoming more and more recognizable name. He can be the dance partner who puts Bud Light needs. No, he can be the dance partner who puts Bud Light needs. I don't know. He messed that up. I guess he meant to say be the dance partner that Bud Light needs. Ken Stone says, I wish Berchelt Valdez was on HBO. I think we said that. I think Mario read that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So that means we are on Dwayne B, where he says Earl got 8 million. Danny got 5.
There you go.
Ken Stone comes back and says, can fighters get a cut of ad revenue on free TV? That's I don't know. That's out of our pay league pay grade there. We're gonna have to get another exec on for that one. Show Kid 2005 is gonna be taking on Mario Munguia. March 13th is going down Border Wars, Northport, Florida. Kid Kelly Boxing Fitness. It's going down $50 a ticket. Get your butt in there. If you ain't in there, you can't get in there. That's how it's going down. Francis, Bob
Yes, sir.
treats boxing like a sports. I don't know. What's GM? Sports GM? Oh, sports general manager? Sports general manager? Is that what he means?
Or sports game. It could be general manager. Sports GM. Yeah, let's say GM. Yeah, sports general manager. Yep.
If he pay one fighter a lot, he feels like the next fighter going to want a big payday. Nothing new here. Okay.
Yeah, because if you know what I'm saying, if you pay this guy and he feels like he's better, he wants a new contract. Yeah, sports GM. Shout out to him.
All right, but at the same time, all he's saying is like, all right, we forgiven Bob because we've seen this done before, or do we want the fight? Can we find a way to make the fight? Ignorant Boxing says Porter versus Crawford pay-per-view predictions, which I got 100 to 200,000 K. I think that's the low number. 200 is the low. I think 200 is the low. These dudes could definitely do more. And at 200, they still practically breaking even. All they need is like one sponsor, man. Do the math. Ohio Runs Boxing says, you can't name an A-side fighter who can't get a fight? Brandon? Stop it, man. You lose this one. Laughing out loud emoji. You ain't no caller of the year. Nah, I added that last part. He ain't say you ain't no caller of the year. He ain't say that. But I gave Brandon like 5 minutes. He sent me 2 counter punches. You see this shit? And now he want another counter punch. Talking about, yo, let me get another 50-minute counter punch too, by the way. We going out to High and Low Sports. He says Tio Lopez will change the rule of the game. And he says the takeover will change the game. All right. And then the Fall comes back and says, I can honestly say if Bud fights Porter, this would be his first good fighter. Nafal Hamed, you will now have death threats. Mad Bent from Kansas City, put the respect in the chat. Put the respect in the chat. I like that, man. Keith made that up, man. You know what I'm saying? That was all Keith right there. But you keeping it alive, champ. You keeping it alive. Shout out to you.
I already got some pop. Pop.
You know what I'm saying? Keep that shit alive, Francis. Don't ever let us forget it. That's going to be like this other one. Remember this one? I know people.
Put it on the shirt. I told you, man. Put the respect in the check, man.
I know people forgetting this one. So since you putting it on the shirt.
In Jesus' name.
You know? In Jesus' name, you get that done. You know what I'm saying? People forgot that one, but not me and Keem. Not me and Keem. Ronald Finkley says, Porter is about to be set on the shelf. Get your money, though. I don't know what you mean by set on the shelf, because somebody else like CYP tried to say that, like, oh, Danny wasn't coming off a loss. Neither was Porter, man. You know, he just beat up Formella, and he's not only the mandatory for the WBO, but that was an eliminator for the WBC and the IBF. It was two-way something. Remember, when he fought Formella, it was mad shit on the line somehow, some way. But that goes to show the value of Porter. The 2 different sanctioning bodies, well, 3 different sanctioning bodies either are putting him at mandatory or, in some sort of an eliminator. So that just goes to show the value. Pay that man. What was that super chat? Put some respect in the chat, man. Damn. We got Intrigued the Incredible out in Atlanta says, the butt ugly truth is Bob not going to pay for a quality opponent unless he can cash out with Bud. He already said he losing in-house. And, whoa, I left quick. In-house. And cards putting Bud on pay-per-view? Al waiting for Bud contract to expire. Hey, I hear you, but Al waiting for that contract to expire for the Bud Spence fight.
Yeah.
Bob still could keep Bud happy by getting him the Porter fight and hoping to extend that contract. But you ain't even. He trying to let Bud go. Obviously, he don't even want to keep him, bro. He don't even want to keep him. Like, cause you should be trying to make him happy at this point with all the shit you done said.
What they used to say back in the day.
It's cheaper to keep him.
Not one man's trash, another man's treasure.
One man's trash, another man's treasure. Hell yeah, they say that shit about women.
So right now we're looking at promoters like, Bob might look at Terence as trash, and Al Haven might be like, man, this is some money maker right here.
That's the treasure, man. Yeah.
You just don't know what you got,
For sure. Oh, shit. My bad. Shout out to J Matt. We going out to David Maldonado.
What he done to the boxing world to be number 1 in the junior weight division.
Yo, great show so far, guys. Yo, Crawford and
And Porter, man, Crawford and Porter is a pay-per-view I definitely would pay for, man. The least it would sell, in my opinion, is $225. The most I could see it selling is about maybe $375, $400. And one more thing, I'm tired of people comparing Gamboa that fought Haney and Tank to the Gamboa that fought Crawford. It's not an accurate barometer. That version of Gamboa against Crawford at lightweight, Crawford would turn his TV off inside 3 rounds easily. So we got to stop that. Now, as far as movies, have y'all ever seen that movie about Mickey Ward, the fighter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about it today.
I was thinking they should make a spin-off to that movie, but make it about the Arturo Gotti story and tie it into that same movie, and they could add Brad Pitt and let him play Arturo Gotti and take it from there. You know what I mean? I was always thinking about that. I don't know why.
Cut it. Let me see here. I want to answer this live. They said, does Porter get $2 million from a Mando split though? Right. So here's the negotiation tactics. Like, we ain't paying him $2 million. He can't even get that from the mandatory split if we go to purse bid, right? But this is the thing. They won't go to purse bid. And they just won't fight you.
Yeah.
And you just won't have a big name on your resume. It's just that simple. Porter is number 1 in the WBC. Let me screen share this so that you motherfuckers could wake up. Okay? He just had some sort of eliminator with Formella, made him the number 1 in the WBC. He's the number 2 behind Abdurakhorov, who keeps not wanting his shot with Earl on the IBF, and he's number 1 in the WBO. So if Bob wants to play hardball and say, we'll go to purse bid, he will just walk. And guess what? Then they're going to go to Virgil Ortiz. And what you think is going to happen there? They will walk too. You don't want to pay, you ain't going to get the name. Virgil don't need Crawford.
Oh.
Like, y'all tripping. I mean, I guess he need Crawford because he got the title shot, but he, as a young up-and-coming contender like that, you could pick and choose what sanctioning body you win. He don't got to fight Crawford. He could go for the WBA champ. You know what I'm saying? He's a big fight for those guys. And by the way, ain't Virgil going to be on doing fans with Maurice Hooker?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah, they're gonna be in
don't
Dallas.
Tell me that, because I'm really asking a question. I'm not trying to be sarcastic. I'm literally asking a question. I'm being
real. They're gonna be at the Houston, is it Alamo Dome? They're gonna be at.
Oh my God, the disrespect is ridiculous. That it's crazy, yo. It's right in your face disrespect, and y'all mad at us instead of being mad at Bob, man. We got a counterpunch from Brandon. Talk to me, Cincinnati, man. I'm using the clock this time, man. You abused the clock last go.
No, I just wanted to ask Ohio Runs Boxing question. What A-side can't get big fights that they want? I mean, Jamal Charlo is having, as an A-side, he's been having issues getting fights he wants. It depends on how you want to look at it.
So, Champ, you call it. I mean, my bad. You paid for that. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Nah, no, you.
I was just saying, it depends on, I mean, Gary Russell, you can consider him an A-side. He's been champion for a while. He had trouble getting fights. So if you ask me what A-side has trouble getting fights, I just named you 2. I don't understand. That's a dumb question, really. But go ahead.
Yo, hilarious, bro. See? And this is y'all caller of the year. I'm glad CYP won, man. CYP, you never lose this easy. He proved his delusion, y'all. He put Bud in the same, and I know CYP, you ain't gonna really love this, I know, but that's all right. I'm ready for you. He put Bud in the same category as Jamal Charlo and Gary Russell, and said that all 3 of those guys are A-sides. Yo, if Charlo was an A-side, he'd be getting the fight he wants, so we know he's not an A-side. Maybe there was a point in time when he was, but we all know he not an A-side, especially when he just did a pay-per-view with his brother on the card and did less numbers than Bud Crawford versus Amir Khan. Let's stop right there. But I just showed you that you do not deserve the title of Caller of the Year if you didn't know that. That a tag team pay-per-view did less than your own favorite fighter, and you somehow trying to call him an A-side. Then you talk about a dude in Gary Russell that never did a pay-per-view. He never did a pay-per-view. But you say he's an A-side, and he never did a voluntary fight. He only did mandatory, but you said he's an A-side. That shows that you're delusional and why you think Bud is like a true A-side and he shouldn't take a pay cut. I see it now. I get it. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Yo, I need to read this for you real quick before you go to CYP, right? So Virgil Ortiz versus Maurice Hooker is officially March 20th on DAZN. It will be at the Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas, about 40 minutes from Dallas, right? Mm-hmm. He says, end quote from Virgil Ortiz Jr., I'm very happy to be fighting in front of my friends, family, and fans back at home again, said Ortiz. Dickies Arena is the perfect size venue, and it looks like it'll be able to hold a substantial number of fans, so everybody needs to come out and support all the fighters. I'm really happy for this fight. So there you go. That's your question.
So that's it. So people out here doing fight with fans except Top Rank lying on social media like, no, we can't do fights with fans right now. CYP Counterpunch.
Look, everybody listening. Brandon Maurice was Ness's Caller of the Year. Ness was the one who nominated that dude. Don't let this dude fool you. That's not now true. All of a sudden they don't agree, and he turning on him.
It's not true. I
told you, Brandon.
It's not true. You're gonna waste your call. No, it's not. Stone Bone is my nomination.
No,
that's not true.
No, you said Brandon before. You said Brandon. Bet $100 on it. Bet $100 on the line.
Stonebone on the line. Stonebone on the line. Stonebone on the line. After you done, I'm gonna go ahead and give you all your time back, and then just go to Stonebone. Don't worry. Do you, champ?
Bet 100. Bet 100. Then you a liar, dog. All you do is lie.
Oh, so you done? Stonebone. Are you available? I know you're a busy businessman over there in Colorado holding shit down, man. You got 2 seconds to answer a question for me, man? Oh, shit. You gonna leave me
while we waiting for Stonebone, I'm going to super chat real quick.
There you go. Stonebone. Who did I nominate? Oh, shit. He went mute again.
You nominated me.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. Appreciate that. Info Joe.
Hold on. Oh.
Info Joe, in my verse on Caller of the Year, who do I nominate in my verse?
Your own bone.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you guys are honest men, unlike this dude whose tongue deserves to fall off, man, calling me a liar. What up, Francis?
Joseph Rodriguez, 499 super chat that says, how big are those star numbers, but Bud really? If Canelo, I'll start over. How big are those star numbers by Bud? Really? If Floyd Canelo or Wilder fought on free ESPN, what would those numbers be? Way more than 2 million easily.
Yeah, but you comparing Bud to Floyd or Bud to a heavyweight. Chill, dog. You ain't gotta dig the knife in him. Compare him to other welterweights. Not just one of the greatest in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Intrigue the Incredible back with a $5 super chat that says, Bud best bet is to fight Thurman. If Top Rank worried about numbers, can't get Spence or Manny.
Bro, they can't afford Porter. How they gonna fight Spence? I mean, Thurman, man. They Thurman came with a tag because he did 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Don't matter what y'all say. Oh, Manny, he was in that fight.
Counterpunch.
CYP.
Listen, I'm willing to bet you. I give you the $100 on the next show. If you have another show at 4, I'll super chat $100 the next show if I can't prove and get the evidence that you said Brandon your nominee for Caller of the Year. I never said you didn't say Stonebone. You did say Stonebone at first. Recent, you said Brandon more than once, and I got the information. Secondly, Easy Boy, talking about Ness don't vote food stamps. Like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean, my guy? Like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, you be coming off real racist on some real shit. And I'm telling you, dog, you not that far away. When I catch you, I'm going to beat your ass. Believe that. CYP out. Did you take the bet, Ness? Do you take the bet?
Ness, you take the bet or what? Ness is stuck over here, man. You can get that duster?
No, I ain't get that duster, man. I can't find. I'm actually have to make sure I put that on the list. I can't find the little bottle spray. I gotta get that duster, man. That's the weed smoke. But yeah, man. I mean, look. I thought we already, I thought we already settled that. And I don't know about CYP, man. I just don't know. Sometimes people live in their own delusion, right? Because I didn't know you could nominate multiple people, So I'm done with that argument. We all know what happened there. Trey, what up, man? Did you jump on to back up your $5 million theory?
Nah. Because I use the same website y'all use. I was just saying that they said 5 million guaranteed and 8 million guaranteed for Earl. So that's all I was saying. But you made some good points. But you have to understand, like, for example, what did Canelo tell Derevchenko when he wanted to fight him and he was talking about 5.5? What did he tell him?
I don't remember, but I know he vacated the title though.
He told him.
But
he told him
get the title though.
Yeah, he told him get the fuck out of here because you ain't worth no 5.5. And guess what? And guess where Derevchenko went to? He went to the same network, but he went to a different promoter. Mm-hmm. And you see the same. You see the different promoter.
No, you just making my point. The other promoter seen the value and they paid him 5.5.
Yeah, but do you think he was valued for 5.5? Because I can guarantee you, Al didn't pay him 5.5 to fight Charlo on pay-per-view.
I mean, if I was Canelo, I would have fought him because I wouldn't have wanted the backlash of vacating the title. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm just saying. He said, "Nah, you ain't worth no 5.5, man. Like, what are you talking?" That's all I'm saying. Like, maybe he don't value Porter as he value Danny. Maybe he still value Danny. I don't know who he valued, to be honest with you. But
I mean, who you don't know who values.
I don't know who Bob's value besides Earl and Pac-Man. Like, that's the only two people that he can value. And that's just who he valued.
Oh.
I think the car shit should be good.
What the hell?
That's
hear that background?
Yeah, that's Info Joe by mistake.
Oh, okay. But now I had another question. Do you think they could actually sell Porter and Bud in Texas? Because Virgil and Hooker is from Texas, so that's an easy sale.
Bruh, let them find their own spot. Like, I mean,
but Texas is the only one that's really open besides Florida.
But think about this.
You want to bring them to Florida?
Check this out. Porter ain't got no fear going to Texas. Don't forget, it was Thurman got in an accident when the fight was scheduled to happen in Texas. Remember? Thurman, the one got hit in the back in a car, and the fight got rescheduled and ended up in the Barclay. Porter ain't got no problem going to Texas. He fan friendly. It don't matter his nationality. Us real boxing fans.
No, I say, would they sell in Texas?
Again, it don't matter. Us real boxing fans like Porter. And yeah, where was the last fight at? Where was him and Earl at? Where that happened at?
Because Earl is from Texas.
Hey, but Porter was there. Porter
you
was
see
there.
what I'm saying? If Bud was from Texas, you made sense.
Nah, Porter was there. What I'm saying is, why we acting like it's all Earl? I thought Crawford was a star too. I thought he deserved 50-50.
All right, man. You got a point somewhere.
I'm just saying, like,
because you use
every pay-per-view. Because you using Texas. Porter got to be from Texas.
Because you blowing it out of proportion. Like, no one say he's a star because he pound for pound. That doesn't make you a star.
How the fuck you not a star?
That just means you can fight real good.
How you not a star? You've been on the pound for pound list for like 5 years, man. Come
because
on,
he can fight real good. That doesn't mean he's a star. That doesn't mean he connect to the community. That's all I'm saying.
So you telling me Floyd Mayweather gets on his social media and says Crawford is pound for pound, and that don't make you a star, but he could do it for Javante and it makes him a star? You tell me what's the difference? They both get knockouts.
People just like Javante more. I can't answer that why they don't like Crawford. They like him. You know how. Hey, hold on. You know how. You know how some people like you and some people don't. That's just how it goes in life.
Javante Davis ain't got no ESPYs, no ring bells, none of that shit.
You right, and you bringing my point. You bringing my point. He got all them awards, and that's why he feel like he deserved this. That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just proving to y'all that y'all say he's such a star, he deserved this. Now we giving you a fight for him to be the A side, and y'all like, nah, man, like why? We can't do that, man. We can't. Yo, why the fuck is you saying Texas anyway? Ain't he from Nebraska? I ain't see that shit shut down. He said it on his own interview. That shit ain't shut down. Take Porter over there. Sell some fucking tickets, man.
We want the fight, but it's not up to us. That's what you don't realize. It ain't up to us.
Show your worth, man. Saddam Ali put on his own promotions, man. He made Golden Boy see his worth, and then they had to sign him, man. Show your fucking worth, man. Show your worth, man. You want 50,
maybe that's you need to be telling him. 50, we can't tell him this. He ain't gonna listen to us.
Nah, yeah. He is listening to y'all. Every time y'all tell him he worth 50-50. Every time y'all tell him he worth 50-50. I see Danny took 40%. We did some Googling. I see Danny took 40%. Happy than the motherfucker.
Hey, 60-40 versus Earl is a fair offer to Crawford. So what are you talking about?
He said no about that too. He said He said if we talk 60-40, I ain't taking a fight either.
I'm not Crawford, so I can't make decisions for him. You get what I'm saying?
But y'all celebrated. Y'all talking about what 50-50 is worth 50-50. Why ain't it 50-50? Damn, Skype reset it, man. Skype got tired of the bullshit with these dudes, man.
Skype said enough of that. Enough of that.
Skype said, yo, man, the same story over and over and over and over and over, man. I mean, like, what's really good, man?
Well,
but, yo, what's good, bro?
Listen, man. Just excited, man. Just excited that the snow is falling out here right now.
Damn, another snow for you? Shit, man.
Yeah, the snow is piling over here, dumping. Snowstorm coming in, so... You know, we just we taking it a day at a time, man. Taking it a day at a time. You back at the gym today, no?
I'm back in the gym today. I'm trying to go to Chip's gym, man. I'm glad you said that. I gotta go to motor vehicles, then I'm going to Chip's gym today. If not, I'm going to Kid Kelly. But I'm trying to get into the Chip gym to see Tyler and them.
How's the breathing with the 1, 2, 3, 4?
It was better this last time, no bullshit. Thanks for asking, champ. I swear to you, it was better this last time. But
were you letting noise go? Like, what were you doing?
I tried it all. Honestly, I tried it all, and I definitely held my breath a lot, and I yelled like, "Fuck, I'm still holding my breath." So, yeah, but I was consciously thinking of it, man. So that's why I feel like it went better.
So you don't feel like none of those work? Like, none of those work best? Like, letting the air go, yelling, or anything like that when you're punching, when you're releasing your punches?
I don't know, man. I ain't master it yet. It just don't feel right yet. You know, I forget. I hold down, like I grit down.
Chip and chip.
Let's end it because, you know, it is what it is. That was the last caller. We ain't had no super chats, right? I don't want to leave nobody with nobody's money and shit. With nobody's money and shit. Let me see.
See why I had a counter punch, but I think he got that already.
He did?
Yeah,
Let me see.
Could be wrong, though.
Yeah. No. We got to that.
All right, cool.
We got to that. Yo, next GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch us on the next one.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. You can catch me personally at Next Up Sports Talk, NEX, UP Sports Talk. Also, check out my show, man, The Weigh-In on IG, Weigh-In Boxing. On YouTube, The Weigh-In Boxing. Need your support. Appreciate y'all, man. If you're rocking with Francis, come say what up. Appreciate y'all. We out. Yo, don't forget, man. Listen, I'm excited. I did everything I needed to do to make sure that Border Wars 10, that I'm in the building. You know what I'm saying? We're going to be, BP Network is going to be showing it. We got tons of people going to be in the building. You know what I mean? William Monroe Jr. is going to be in the building. Other notable names going to be in the building. Kid Kelly going to be in the building. So listen, man, Border Wars 10, if you can't be in the building yourself, look out for the pay-per-view. Look out for the streaming. Also, you can be $50. Next GTO Cash App. You can get yourself a ticket. The tickets are $50 at the door. It's gonna be like $100, so you might as well get them early. And yeah, man, wear your face mask, wash your hands, and stay away from coronavirus, man. We out.
Peace.